Missouri. You don't even want to introduce it no more.
No, I'm still a showman. So we back on Epiphany Media once again. I hope y'all can hear us this time. You know, Angel just joined. She gonna let us know. So look, remember 6 to 9 on August 10th. Please come out to our Bookbags for Bowling charity event. It's gonna be a real fun time. And
I'm not even talking, so I know that everything's good.
She said it's good now. If it's confirmed by Andrew, that means it's good. She'll let us know.
But shit look weird.
She just said we was rough, so we good now.
I can't hear y'all good at all. What she said.
It's rough sounding.
All right.
I can't bowl, so I don't want no shade when I'm. Can y'all put the rails up?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Appreciate that.
It don't matter what your skill level is. We're not gonna talk about you. Ain't no professionals out there.
So I read the tea. Yeah, that looks terrible. So I gotta am I just bringing a plain book bag, or does she need to
For sure. Something like these ones up there on the door.
Okay. If you want to bring a book bag, it's $10, and then you bring a book bag. If you don't want to bring a book bag, it's just $20 admission.
Bet.
And then you want to get a lane, you already know. Send us a message.
It's on there where you can buy the lane.
Yeah.
But if you just want to send us a message, you can do it like that too.
That's what's up. I'm just here for the chili cheese fries. That's all.
Hold on, man. We getting to the intros and stuff, but clearly, as you see, we 55 minutes late, so ran into some issues, and you know.
But we still earlier than Lauren Hill.
Oh, waiting a long time.
Yeah, she not. Yeah, no.
I mean, I like kids too, but at some point, you got to put them behind us. All right, so August 10th, you said all that? August 10th, ticket prices, bowling, food, raffles, 50-50 raffles. I mean, we've even been able to get some stuff from the cameras in a different place, so you know what I'm saying? This is the type of stuff we're going to be raffling off, Raising Cane gift baskets with gift cards in them, and
I've never seen that before.
It look like some lip, maybe some chicken lip balm. I'm not exactly sure.
Chicken lip balm?
It's probably fire.
I can't.
It's probably fire.
I know it's made with aloe vera, and that's all I can see.
Shout out to Raising Cane's. I like the chicken fingers.
Can you imagine like licking your lips and be like, hell yeah, I need a hot sauce.
I can't get. That'd be hilarious.
Sweet baby Ray's.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah,
I need that. Hilarious.
I need to win that myself.
So thanks to Raising Cane's. Thanks to AMC Movie Theaters, Mitchell's Ice Cream. I don't know. We got some amazing support from amazing businesses and people. I don't know. Thank you. And
don't have me on the live looking cray. I'm gonna cough.
If you inhale, no one do not inhale. It's like you know how you drink a milkshake and then you suck it in, but don't put it in your throat. Just keep it in your mouth. Blow out. Pause.
I don't know. What is happening?
Flavor.
Just keep it in your mouth. Pause. That's all I'm trying to say. But it ain't really pause.
That's a song.
That's no pause. I don't even have to pause now.
Yeah, but you did.
Yeah, usually just me you. I got to pause. I don't got to pause now.
I'm in a row. You got to pause. So for those of y'all that's not blind, or for the angel that's in here, because I can't see it.
Because I swallowed. Pause.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't even do intros.
Yeah.
Perfect. I don't know what he be doing.
I don't like hitting it hard because I'm
out of here.
So many pauses.
Yeah. Anyway, for those of y'all that's not blind, we have a third. We have a third today. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
I got like a zing, like a tingle.
Bourbon is
women, if you like for your to tingle. Smoke weed, smoke. On whatever it is. Okay, with a little tingle.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just like the flavors in the tobacco. I don't know about nothing.
That's why you gotta have more
yeah.
fluidity on this show, so your female viewers can be like, "Oh, it's
now I get it.
I get it."
Okay. All right. Hey, fair enough. Anyway, what I'm trying to say, for y'all that ain't blind, and I hope the lighting is good because I can't really tell. We have a third. B-Dot. Thank B-Dot for joining us.
Hi guys.
Artist. Is that appropriate?
That's appropriate.
No, because you dabble in a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
This is, I don't want to call it poetic justice, but this is great. For those of y'all that remember ePIFFany Radio, B-Dot was our first interview, and come to find out today that we was her first interview, and it was horrible. It was really bad, and I don't know, like it was bad.
And I freestyled on it.
You did freestyle.
It was bad. That was awful.
Hey, I can play it right now. Hold on.
Don't you put my business on the screen?
Flashback.
Hey, all I know is I left the room. We was drinking BSQ.
Whatever that is.
And the worst liquor in the world. And you know, Mr. Jones did the interview by himself. It was horrible. It was a bad interview.
But like,
hey, Button started off being awful too. His first interview.
But why do we do
got
it
a
like that
damn
anyway? Why wasn't it both of us?
I mean, you helped him. You wasn't just sitting there.
What was it? I don't remember what it was. Like I don't know. I don't know if we just thought, like, even though we had a regular microphone, I don't know if we just thought that only 2 people could be in there at one time. Like, I don't exactly know what happened. I don't know why we left. Why I left. Like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, true. You did leave.
So I don't know. It was stupid. Like, that's what I'm saying.
You wanted to hear what it sounded like?
Maybe
Could have been. It was early. It was
But what did it debut on? SoundCloud or something?
It was live. We had an online radio. It was on a couple different apps.
Oh, okay, yeah, true.
And then
like TuneIn or some shit. Was it TuneIn?
I don't remember. A online radio, whatever. That's the only one I remember. I used to say it all the time. The name was ridiculous.
That was one of my favorite moments. And who, me? Well, I come from Atlanta, Captain, but that's actually fact. That was a great time for me. Lots of exposure.
All right, hold on.
People actually hit me up about that damn interview. That's what you don't know. Then you played me a shitty beat at first. I'm like, get to another beat.
What is it? That was 2012, 2019. Damn.
That's when you got Mike.
How you gonna set it up? I was not buying it. There's too many.
Flow is real hot. Other niggas is not. I'm trying to chill with a bad bitch in my fucking cot.
I'm the same.
You didn't set it up though.
So I set it up,
Give me some, it's a little too late.
Oh, you want some bad stuff? See, that's what I was thinking about.
Yes, but you know what I'm saying? I want to put niggas to sleep.
That's funny.
I don't know who made that beat, but I'm about to get you something. Hold on.
This shit don't sound that bad, bro.
You know, I'm East Coast,
I don't remember anything about the interview.
So
Jake Kids ever listen to this show? That's my cousin. Now it's my dad. And I got a couple other family members. J. Cole, my brother.
Because how old was I? 80? You can find the beat.
The nigga who made the beat, he don't even want to make, like, you want to make beats, but he don't want to sell them or do nothing.
Yo. Did it drop? Oh, it ain't gonna drop.
I feel like I never rap before.
Yo, how you hate on that chick? Ever seen the villains from the land? CLE, fuck you niggas, y'all ain't seeing me. See that? EC, that's just a flow. I don't know what else I got. You know what I'm saying?
That shit was goofy.
About to go back in. I was never in stop.
Hold on.
Yo.
Huh?
I'm on my Jigga Man shit in my brain.
I'm trying to see if you go walk after this.
I feel like I pulled something out of my phone. Because I was just thinking other things. It got bad before it got better.
Yo. How you hate on the realest, the city's never safe. Reside in the heights, but the man is really what I breathe. EC nigga took the day I DIE, and I can't mess on what the fans say they got on me. The trend light homie, and respect my pace, cause I keep the choppers on, gotta detect your face. You know it ain't a race, I just run this bitch. And all the fame gon' stop me from getting 2 or 6. Shout out to LOL and the lady COC, but it's a new queen on the block and her name is COP. Put it be in the beginning, cause that's where I be. In the booth with that worthy shit, ain't seeing me. Like years ahead of the game, so get your hate on. My homies in the kitchen, the ripping, getting they bake on. I'm on a mission, no secret, that's how I'm living. Get money and then I flip it, your honey, I bet he did.
Why did you put that on?
Hey, that shit was hot. That shit was.
Who was there? Because we couldn't figure out who was in evidence.
You do remember his name?
What did I say?
It said it on there.
Because if it was P, then this is a nigga that we ain't about to name. So.
My brother Lito here.
Oh, Lito, Chris. Okay, yeah.
You gotta make sure.
You was about to say it's somebody else. No, we ain't even gonna mention him.
My little big nigga.
Yeah,
He big nigga, but he's skinny though.
That's where we started off at. ePIFFany Radio.
We hope we didn't bore y'all with that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta take a step back and walk down memory lane. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. When you think about, your roots, like where you started as a person, as an artist or as whatever job you do, like, so you think about like where you was when you started, and
Absolutely.
And man, like, you just see like, I never thought I could even get here, and this ain't even glorious, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I done jumped over hurdles and crawled through the mud, and I done did this just to make it here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when I was at that spot, I never would have even considered, man.
It's like we really made something out of nothing. All I had was a couch in there.
You had a chair with a hole in it. That was just a chair.
But I put like a blanket over it or some shit like that.
I don't know.
That shit make you appreciate the journey though. Like it makes you like where you at now. When you look back and you see, like you said, all the obstacles you overcome and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like, wow, like I've really come far for real.
That's what we said today. Like when we were setting up and thinking about it, and she was like, professional. I'm like, well, the computer ain't just sitting on a table like it usually was. You know what I'm saying? So it helps a little bit, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
But them days were still fun though.
Like that's what I'm saying.
Like,
so do you go with the little bit of, I mean, wisdom is great. Like, wisdom is invaluable. But do you go with a little bit of wisdom, you know what I'm saying, maybe a safer environment, you know what I'm saying, or do you go with like the grittier, you know what I'm saying, starting off kind of kicking in the door type situation? Like, I mean, of course, each got their pros and cons, right. But like, and I guess it depends on how you grew up and how you was raised, but that gritty, you know what I'm saying, like I'm comfortable there. It ain't safe,
I'm gonna let you take the first lead on that.
It ain't comfortable, but I like it there.
Yeah, you're right. It's not comfortable, but you do like it though.
It's just like a strange fondness, a stupid fondness, because you shouldn't enjoy that environment. Like that's why you do what you do to get out of it. Right. But at the same time, you're like, damn, like this is how I was brought up, but that's how I was brought up. Like I enjoy it somehow.
Right, because what we was talking about on the show was what we was going through right then. Right.
We talking about getting fired. We talk about like going over the casino opening, like, you know what I'm saying, like literally
I forgot about that.
Literally stuff that was happening that day, you know what I'm saying, or that week, because we were doing 2 shows a week. Yeah. So it wasn't nothing but a couple of days between shows, and it's like, man, this weekend was crazy. Like,
right.
The casino was crazy and whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying?
We was even talking more crazy back then.
Niggas was talking, ignorant, man. Like, we ain't go to school at all. I think that's why your parents ain't mess with the show. They watch this one a little bit, but yeah, that show, nigga, your parents like, we not watching this.
It's too loud.
We not watching this.
Hey,
we was talking about cyber stuff.
I loved it. I loved it back then too.
If y'all want to hear some of the old shows, the old Epiphany Radio, you can go to the website, epiphanymedia.com. We got old, I think, interviews, man. We just got like some freestyle sessions, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're an artist art friend, like, we got some old artist art freestyles.
Classic art.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, it's on the website. Like, go and listen to it. It's a tab that says Epiphany Radio. And it's special for real. Like, it's like, don't get me wrong. It ain't perfect, shit. This ain't perfect, you know what I'm saying? But like, you just get if you watch this show and then go listen to that, you like, man,
it's night and day.
These niggas like, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely night and day.
They grew up, man.
Just imagine trying to put on like a charity event, talking like how we was talking back then.
Nigga, I don't know how we doing one now. You know what I'm saying? We on camera smoking cigars and having drinks.
Everything is legal though. Back then.
Oh. Man,
it wasn't.
We had to call it extracurricular. Like, we couldn't say no names. Like, it was a dangerous time. But I got a fondness for it. Though. What about you? What's your environment?
For me, I prefer a little grit because grit keeps you balanced. Grit humbles you. Like, when everything is just smooth and refined and like mad perfect, it distorts your vision of like, or perception of reality. Reality is not that. It's very opposite. Like, when we just look at who our president is, it's like, yo, this ain't refined. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like the grit kind of be like, all right, like this is what it is. This is what it feel like to get it in. Like, we was talking about how artists get comfortable, you know, once they reach a certain point, they got their Lambos and they stunting and all that. Then the music fall off.
Trash. They talk about their Lambos. Nobody don't
care about no Lambos. Like, I don't care how fast the Lambo going. I ain't never gonna drive one because I know niggas who get Lambos wreck that shit in like 2 weeks. Money down the drain. So I'm okay with my little Honda. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it basic. I can afford Hondas. They last forever.
If it mess up, you can you know, say it's reasonable money to get it fixed. Like, you don't gotta worry about all.
And then I always know Pookie and Ray Ray who can throw these brakes on.
For sure.
You know.
For sure. Hey, good resale value if you wanted to sell it.
See, that's what I'm doing. So I prefer a little bit of grit. But it's always good to, when you start progressing and you add fancier stuff, you get the lights. You know what I mean? You get the microphones because you need that too. But just a little bit of.
For sure.
You know, it's a little sprinkle of Lowry.
I don't want to say it's control what we talking about because we talking about what we want to talk about, but be smart enough to know
some stuff not to touch on,
yeah,
or to touch up. Not even that, because I don't want to say that because we do the stuff that we do the stuff that we want to do. But we, you know what I'm saying, we're old enough to know, like, okay, we can be wiser about how we approach this situation. We know more than we did at that time, so we can. We don't just got to be ignorant, just be saying mad wild shit like all the time
like,
for no reason.
Just reckless.
Yeah, like we ain't like, you know what I'm saying. Like we said all the time. Like your dad said all the time. Like your dad only come on the show. Well, when I do shows by myself, he'd be cool. He come on and chill. And when we on here together, he only come on the show and be like, man, y'all ain't go to school or something like Byron, like he ain't went to private schools.
But that's because he my father.
You don't want to see you like that.
You be ratchet, man?
Hey.
No, you just be mad because I be cussing and shit.
Oh, yeah, I cuss.
That's
for sure.
We be mad about. Well, I don't want to say mad because I'm grown, but.
Right.
No, he'll be mad. I think
he want to see me talk like a scholar or something.
He paid all that money for you to go to private school and you want to see it paid off. I respect it.
When the time is right.
Hey, look.
If you talking business or you talking having an intellectual conversation, then
I can go there with you, yeah. So you gotta be T.I. and you gotta be Jeezy. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta be T.I. and T.I.P. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to do both. You gotta be able to rap about punching, you know, how Floyd Mayweather's a fuck nigga, then walk in there and sign a new deal. Right. You know what I'm saying, for your show. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you gotta be able to do, which is great. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing is, Nigga, T.I. earned that, and I ain't saying that we didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, but T.I. at a spot where like if they took his show from him, he'd still be all right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He gonna find the bag.
And this is what I'm saying. And my whole thing is, you know, a lot of it do come down to image and perception. Like, but the way I feel about it is, if we been ourselves here, you know what I'm saying, and then we also been ourselves in the business world. Like, if you're not gonna mess with us, then cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what can I do? Like, I can't change who I am. Like, if I'm all being myself, like I can't. You just don't rock with me. You just don't rock with me. Like,
that's cool. There's certain people I don't rock with. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
that's life. Yeah. There's a lot of people on this planet. You don't have to rock with me.
Right. Period. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, in regular life, not even doing entertainment or anything. Right. In regular life, you're gonna have people that you work with that you get along with, and have people you don't get along with, and you being yourself. All you're doing is waking up, going to work. And nigga, I don't like her hair. I don't like her. Like, just period. And if that's the case, then cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need all the help we can get with this charity, man, right? Right. But if everybody was like, if all the companies that we asking for, you know what I'm saying, baskets and all this stuff, if they're like, we ain't doing it, we'll still have the event. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't gonna stop us from doing it. Like, clearly we need the help. So I ain't talking shit or nothing, but nigga, we still gotta do what we gotta do. You know what I'm saying? And it might not be as extravagant or whatever as we wanted it to be. At the end of the day, we did what we wanted to do. We did what we had to do. We did what we thought was right. And then if you mess with it, you don't. Like, that's just what it comes down to. Right. That's right. Period.
I need to put like a couple dollars in that your collection plate. You were just preaching for a little bit.
Hey, we most definitely appreciate anybody who put.
Can't the folks send money through the Facebook? So I don't know.
We got to go fund
me.
But people are acting weird about the GoFundMe.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, the GoFundMe, like we had told people, like the GoFundMe was set up for people that wanted to help the show, or that they wanted to help the charity, but maybe they're not coming, so they're not reserving the lane. They work that weekend, so they ain't gonna be able to show up, but they want to throw $5 in the pot. Like, that's what the GoFundMe is for. Like, we're not asking y'all to donate money and reserve a lane and buy tickets and donate book bags. Like, we ain't asking for all that.
I'd rather you come to the event.
We got come hang out, chill with us, and talk to us, and y'all can see. For people that don't think that this is authentically us, y'all can see that this is us, and we literally just two kids, you know what I'm saying, that's just trying to do something good for the area that we grew up in. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's literally what it comes down to at the end of the day.
And I can appreciate that because that's taking a lot of people talk. So a lot of people like to support hashtags and this, then third, but a lot of people aren't about action. So whatever you can do, big, little, small, whatever, it don't matter. If you could do any little thing, it's appreciative.
And like me and the guy from Raising Cane's was the one out of Strong's, I forgot his name. I got it on his email. We sat on we had like a 15-minute talk. Like, usually you just go pick up like the tickets, the AMC tickets. And I ain't knocking AMC. Just go pick up the tickets and that'll be it. Like, dude sat down, we had a conversation, you know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of grew up out this way, like Strongsville way. So he ain't really had to worry about it. Like, but I did some research, and I just see how, corruption in the inner city and all this stuff, and teachers buying school supplies out of their own money and blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, just how it he educated himself to see how the system is. I'll just say that, and he wanted to do something to give back, and the way that he could, and he donated baskets. Like that's perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, he did his part within his means that he could do, and we appreciate that. Like, and that's all we trying to do. The same thing he's doing, just on a different scale. That's literally it.
That's what's up.
Like, we understand some businesses, they didn't, there's a lot of charity things, people trying to donate, y'all can't donate, that's cool. But at the same time, I mean,
I'm not talking about nothing negative until after the event. After the event, I'm gonna let that first show, the second show, not the first show, because the event on the Saturday, Sunday.
All right, I'll wait. I'll wait.
The weekend after, that's the one you want to tune in. I'm letting them have it.
I'm gonna be finger banging on Facebook, like, cause I got to say my piece too.
Hey, not only we talking about businesses, but we gonna be talking about people.
We talking about family. We talking about friends.
Family and friends especially.
We talk.
Oh, I love this topic.
We don't shout. We got shows about family and friends because we talk about it. Because
I love that topic.
It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Support from people that you would think that you get support from.
First of all, the word support, we need to go on and change that definition.
It's different, man.
Listen, you see who supports you when you actually get out here and start moving.
Yeah.
If you talk about moving, you get a whole lot of support.
Mm-hmm.
And when you actually start moving,
Man, you don't hear,
people
you don't
be
see
dumb.
nothing.
It be crickets.
Nothing.
Crickets.
Nothing,
I be like,
man.
oh,
But you
okay.
can see them watching every move.
Of course.
You can see them.
Literally.
Especially on Instagram, you can see like, okay, they looked at my story, they saw it. So I know they saw it. Now what?
Then what?
You don't hear nothing from them. You don't hear nothing.
Not even, I can't get a share, a like.
Dog, like, I don't want to talk about negative stuff.
Oh, okay.
All I want to say is, we see how many people look
Namaste.
at the post. Like, we see how many people watch the videos, and we also see how many people lack to share. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying nothing negative. I'm just saying that if we post a video and you get 58 views within the first day or two, and you get 2 shares, like that ratio just don't add up for me. And I'm gonna let y'all have it afterwards. That's all I'm saying.
Got some fire for that ASS. I'm here for it.
Man, let me see.
It's Cleveland though.
Andrew said action is key, which I do want to touch on that because you're right. Like when it comes to
big facts.
When it comes to everything, to be honest, like when it comes to you know what I'm saying, not only like we talking about like supporting causes and stuff, how people talk about a lot of it, like, but in everything, like you can talk about doing something, put on an event like the charity event.
Yeah.
Until you actually start doing it, or you just talking about it. Like so you're right in many ways, and I want to touch back on that. And then she said, some waiting to see you fail. Goddamn right.
Of course.
That's life. That's called life.
Of course.
And everything you do is always, man, always.
But hey, I ain't even gonna lie. I want to quit. Sometimes I'm like, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'll be like, I want to prove people wrong, and I want to do this for me more than anything. You know what I mean?
I don't never want to quit the ePIFFany media. I believe in the brand.
No, I'm saying I won't, but I'm saying that sometimes it, like stressful shit, like when we're trying to set up the show, like
yeah.
Oh no, it's annoying. It's we
Yes,
need a PA. We need an intern PA. Like somebody come help us out.
And my boy always say, so as it relates to action is key. My boy always say, Omar, shout out to Omar. He always says his favorite word is execution.
Mm-hmm.
So whether you feel like you're not doing it right or is messing up, is really winning is cloaked in finishing it out. So if you quit halfway, you won't even give yourself a shot.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you just finish it, I don't care how it turns out. I don't care how many mics fail. You know, the show started late. It do not matter. If you finish it through and execute, you won.
And that's because that's literally all you can control.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? You can't control the equipment. Like we can't control Facebook. We can't control how many people buy tickets. Like all we can control is what we can control. And as long as we do that to the max, nigga, like can't nobody tell me nothing.
right.
Absolutely.
And I hate quoting Kanye. I hate it.
But that's a good song.
It is a good song.
We can quote that though.
Old Kanye has some lines.
Everything starting with Yeezus, I'm done.
Who was the one before that?
Dark.
Oh,
Twisted?
Dark Twisted was there for me. Everything
Everything after Dark Twisted,
I'm out.
I'm done.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm out.
I did backslide with the last one with the bipolar cover. What was that album? This very last one album.
I don't know.
This is after Ye has been canceled.
Was that the Scoopity Poop album?
Yeah, that one.
Impossible.
Oh yeah, no, that's on Goofy. That's on Goofy. But I backslid because he was full blown canceled throughout America, right? Black America, that is.
That's true.
And I was like, but it's a Ye album. Let me go on and I'm gonna uncancel them for like 3 plays and see what's popping. I'm like, that's kind of okay, but I'm not going. I can't rock with you though. You a fool. I can't rock with no.
I couldn't. Especially because you come on a song like, oh man, y'all wait till y'all hear this one though. And then you get a Scooby-Doo. I'm like, oh come on man, I'm out. I'm all the way out of here. But back to the action is key. The action is key. Man.
But he saw it through though. He executed.
Why though?
But then that's another one. I'm gonna stay out of that.
Yeah, I ain't talking nothing negative because I go in on that.
I like the positivity.
You can execute, but not every product is
trash
for everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna say for
Who's
everybody.
it for though? Anyway, I don't want to go into it, but I want to know who is it for. Without going into
America, yay again.
I'd jump Kanye if I seen him in the streets today. I'll do it. Unless Jay-Z tell me no.
And take his Yeezys. And put them on StockX.
Hey.
Hope's the only nigga that can get me off a yay if I see him on the street.
Hope probably won't though.
That's what exactly.
Like handle your biz, handle your handle, bro.
It was a 1-2 for me.
Yeah.
But the action is key, man. So kind of going along with our with the charity thing, you got a lot of like, man, 2016 will always be a wild year for me. I had wild stuff happen personally.
Yeah.
And then like, police killing niggas like left and right. 2016 was just that
Shout
year.
out to my black brothers that's doing big things, and that still got a lot of future ahead of y'all. You know, because being a black woman, fearing for my black men every day, especially most of my friends are black men. So I be like, drive right and don't have no tent too dark and don't run through the lights, because I mean, I personally don't have time to be out here boycotting and protesting, and I would much rather for us to stay dolo and be on the Facebook and shooting our shots this way. So, you know, shout out to y'all.
So I appreciate that. I just you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. You get so many people. I'm hogging the cigars over here, my bad. You get some you good, my man?
No, yeah, wait a minute. I got a nice buzz after I hit the other.
So it's amazing that you can get a buzz from a cigar. Ain't it just tobacco?
Yeah, but it ain't Black and Mild tobacco or
I
whatever.
don't even know what that is.
It ain't cigarette.
I mean, I know I'm from East Cleveland. Don't just put Black and Mild on me.
Well, you know, like Black and Mild tobacco, cigarette tobacco is tobacco with chemicals added, like nicotine, like high levels of nicotine and all type of other stuff added. This is pure tobacco from a different country. So I think, I don't know where this one is from, but mine's from, this is like Cuban tobacco, like filler, and then it's like Nicaraguan wrap, like the rabbits.
You're real fancy.
You know, I dabble.
I don't know where that one. It said Nicaragua on it, but I don't know what the tobacco is. Dude said it's a nice smoke, and he's not lying. I looked it up. They said 4.4.
Yeah.
That's a review out of 5. Yeah. Oh, that's a good review then.
So you know,
somebody review me 4.4.
You and me both.
I'll take that.
Nigga, we can't give people. Oh no, we got 3 reviews. Even though we asked all the people, you know what I'm saying, we have plenty of viewers. We got 3 reviews. They're all 5 stars though, so I'll take it.
I'm gonna have to install.
So in other words, don't review it unless you give us 5 stars. So you get into protest and all this stuff, man, and then like, so it hates me because I know people in my family that do it. So like you had I can't think of the dude that died, not Mike Brown. The dude that said I can't breathe. The dude in New York that they choked out. Eric Garner, yeah. So everybody, even in Cleveland, which is dope, I love it. I love the outreach that people buying the I Can't Breathe shirts. Yeah. When last time you see one of those shirts?
Right after.
That's just LeBron.
Right after, yeah, since LeBron.
That's what I'm saying. And I got family members that got them shirts. I know for a fact they do. And wore them. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause it was trendy. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say it, but it was a trendy thing because everybody was talking about it. Like, but what's your action to it? Like what are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
To combat. Like,
even if it's just having a social commentary, even if like I ain't saying you gotta go meet with the police or call a boycott, you know what I'm saying, or organize nothing big, but if you having a social conversation, fine. Like, but what are you doing with it? Like, you ain't even bringing attention to it no more. See,
I can understand a cop viewpoint. All right, you in the streets.
Selling cigarettes though.
I'm gonna get to that. You in the streets. You used to dealing with, you know, niggas who doing bad shit. Okay, that's cool. But for the most part, niggas is not out here. Everybody don't have a gun trying to shoot a cop.
Especially in New York.
Yeah.
So the dude bigger than you probably. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He was big as fuck.
And you got a nigga that's gonna put him in the chokehold, and he's saying I can't breathe, but you're not gonna let the chokehold go. But in the end, it's like 10 niggas on top of you. Like
that's the key. All right. So maybe I won't put the nigga in the mankind sleeper hole.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's 18 of us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's 18 cops though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you telling me, and y'all got tasers, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all got all type of non-lethal stuff to use, and the nigga just say, "Stop choking me."
But it wasn't even like he was trying to hurt you though.
He's on the ground. He's on the ground. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Even before that, he was like, you you know what I'm saying? I ain't doing nothing.
Didn't do like run up and tackle him like.
He like ran up and jumped on his back.
Yeah, like the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I just so clearly the actual incident is ridiculous. I ain't even talking about that. As ridiculous as that is, I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about the action. You know what I'm saying? The action to get change for New York legislation. Yeah, I'm out here.
That's tobacco's.
You know what I'm saying? That Cuban. You know what I'm saying? Like so just the action for all of it, man. Like that year, you had women that was like getting shot, and Philando Castile getting shot, and
Sandra Bland down in the prison.
Crazy, like you know what I'm saying? Like, and then
the information that came out about Sandra Bland,
it was crazy.
Yeah,
her cell phone footage, man, this is also crazy.
Did she get pulled over? Like,
yeah, she got pulled over.
Some like minor violation, traffic violation.
The dude was like trying to yank her out of the car immediately. You know what I'm saying? And then so
committed suicide.
Yeah, that's crazy. Man.
Okay.
All that feistiness, but she committed. Like, come on now.
That's what I said. I wrote a rap and said if they ever say that I committed suicide,
let me see. So
that's false news.
Yeah. Period.
I
don't care the situation. Period. It's false. Let me see. Angel said people numb to stuff and just go back to living their life until it hits you personally. You're right.
You're right.
You're 1,000% right.
Absolutely.
And I get it because it is so much stuff going on in the world, so much stuff going on in the country. Like it's hard to focus on everything. Like being numb to school shooting is a ridiculous thing, but I am. When I hear about it, I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
All right, so what we eating for dinner? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
tacos.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We gotta go to some tacos, man.
I mean, it's like the first time I said it, like just since we've been here. So.
Yeah.
You went for school shoes. That was
tacos.
I'm going to Bamba tonight, and that's not a plug, but I'm just definitely going.
But yeah, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? So being numb to a situation, and I get it. Like, so if it was to happen at one of my, little cousins or something like that at school, like clearly I'll be all about it. You know what I'm saying? Again, and I'm not cursing people for having, you know what I'm saying, busy lives and focusing on work and focusing on, stuff that they got going on. I'm just saying, like, without action and like none of this shit, like nothing's gonna get passed. Like in government, like we ain't gonna get the right people in place. Like if nobody just do nothing, like nothing's gonna happen there.
I'm gonna throw this at y'all though. So as it relates to being numb, so for me, it's kind of like two-sided. Like I see why people are numb. It's like almost like why a turtle go in his shell. You know what I'm saying? You kind of like you're trying to protect yourself from the natural elements around you, or unnatural elements around you, whatever. So you hide in your shell. So for me, I try to guard myself from watching videos of the, you know what I'm saying, police brutality. So it's some stuff that I don't even want to hear about it. I don't want to know about it. Don't tag me. Don't hit my line about it, because that's how I protect myself. Because me personally, if you in pain, I'm wearing your pain like it's my pain. If you in pain, I'm wearing your pain like it's my pain.
Exactly.
So I'm walking around with an extra dark heavy cloud on me that ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So it's kind of like I see why people kind of ignore a lot of stuff, but then on the same scale, don't pick and choose when you want to be a rebel. Don't pick and choose when you want to be for the people and you want to margin. Like you can't, if you're gonna be about this life, you gotta be about this life.
Hey, we gotta bring up a great point. Is what I'm saying, you don't want to have that burden on you, because you still got, like I said, you still got your stuff to focus on. Like you don't want to be super weighed down where you can't even function. That's a great point. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you protecting yourself by excluding yourself. I completely understand that. But if you're gonna do it, then fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're not gonna do it, then just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Or just be outraged at home. You know what I'm saying? Then let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? Like don't block the freeway today, and then the next month you be like, well, no.
Look, but the reason to that is you want to be an activist, then you're going to be a target.
Yeah,
that's very
true.
You're going to be a target.
That's very true.
Most people don't want to. Okay, they might feel, they might feel a way about police brutality, school shootings, this and that. But as far as them getting targeted, nobody want to have to go through that.
Yeah.
Like, nobody willing to die for the cause.
Yeah.
then shut up then. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear you talking about it then. You know what I'm saying? And T.I. got a great line. Man, hey, I talk about that SRS album.
That's a great
album. It's about any other album I talk about, man.
Boy, that went over so many people's heads.
I mean, like, from beginning to end.
Facts.
Like, he talk about church, he talk about the government, he talk about old school racism, like, he talk about everything.
That boy talking.
Man, he got this line to say, I die, he said, I die if it means my great granddaughter can be a lot like can live better. Like I'll be a martyr.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If my great grandkids gonna have a better future.
Right.
Yeah, like and he's talking about it. You know what I'm saying? And he had a gang of kids and he had a on again, off again wife. Like I don't know their situation, but like he got people that depend on him today, but he's willing to talk about it and to put his life on the line. Yeah, he a public person.
Right.
Like if they wanted to shoot T.I., like I hope they don't, but it wouldn't be like the most difficult thing.
It ain't like he can't be touched.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. So he's going to talk about it because he's willing to foot that risk. Like he's not willing to foot that risk. Like I don't want it. Like in a personal conversation, cool, but I don't want to hear you outraged online or you know what I'm saying when you're in a workplace where it's an audience like, oh, did you hear about so and so? Like you know what I'm saying, like water coolers. Like I don't want to hear that.
All right, what about Hov? You don't see Hov protesting this and that, but he do.
What do he do though?
But he do support though, like the thing that he just did with the incident in Phoenix, with the girl who stole the Dollar Tree doll.
Yeah.
I'm not hip. What did happen?
Man, Phoenix police went. Some lady and her kid was at her dude and her kid was at Dollar Tree. That's some dollar store.
Uh-huh.
The daughter took a dollar doll, like they didn't know about it. Jumped in the car, went home, whatever. The police followed them. They got home. They got to pull them out the car. So before they even do that, the cop run up, gun drawn. You know what I'm saying? Like to the window, like, you know what I'm saying? Put your fucking hands up or I'm gonna put a cap in your head. You know what I'm saying? She's like, what? Like, what is going on? Like, I told you to put your hands up, all this stuff. They pulled the dude out first, clearly. Put him on the car or whatever. Another officer come over and talking, like, so they finally get him out of the car or whatever. Another officer talking to the girl. The cop that's doing all this yelling, the one that's super outraged, he put the dude in handcuffs, put him in the car. While the cop is talking, a normal conversation, talking to this woman that's pregnant or whatever with her kid in her hands or something. This nigga run up past the cop that's already talking to her. Like, when I tell you put your fucking hands up, you put your hands up. Like, past the cop, like, it's already a cop talking to her. Like, why are you doing this right now? So they have a whole thing. They like separate the kids and a whole bunch of other stuff happens. Like, so then, of course, the cop go write his report and he's like, oh, yo, I spreaded the guy's legs apart to check him for any weapon, blah, blah, blah. But it's all on camera. You know what I'm saying? So he kicked dude's legs to spread them apart or whatever. Like, there's a whole bunch of inaccuracies, of course, because that's what these cops do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I just don't, like, so even asking for the police officer that's there on scene, like, when he walked past me, like, if I'm talking to somebody and you walk past me to yell at them, like, dude, like, chill out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you already got him. We're in control of the situation. I'm like, chill out. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm already having a conversation.
Yeah.
And now you're going too far. You know what I'm saying? So, to your point, Jay-Z, don't speak on it. You never hear him outraged or say nothing about it.
It's in the raps. That's the only time you speak.
He go get a lawyer, send him to Phoenix to represent the people, and they're going to get fucking paid. Like, everything's on camera. Even the civilians, like, hey, they tell the police, like, calm down. Like, dude, calm down.
Yeah.
That's a woman. Like, calm down.
They didn't even know the story about what happened, but now they found out his daughter accidentally took a
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
All you had to do is, like, you know, we got information. They would have probably get a dollar.
Here's the thing, though.
It's been over with.
So I worked in loss prevention for 4 years. 4 years. My whole job was to deter theft.
Yeah, so
I ain't never ran out for no dollar.
So niggas couldn't even get, deodorant. He was watching them on camera.
I mean, if you come to my store and cop some deodorant, you must need that. So you can go ahead and have it. You know what I mean? I'm not pressed. Nor is my store pressed for $3-4 deodorant.
When I did security at a nice size chain in Cleveland, when niggas come in there with like homeless niggas coming there and steal hot dogs, that's on you, dog. And nigga,
I'm not stopping you for that.
I'm not silly. You come in there taking steaks and all this stuff. All right, now we gotta at least have a conversation. But you taking a pack of hot dogs, nigga, and
you need that. You hungry?
Nigga, you don't gotta work to heat them up. Like it's just bologna. That's on you, dog.
Now consider that charity, because I'm gonna go ahead and let you have it.
For sure. Yeah,
that's charity.
That's about the dollar. About if they stole the dollar.
She can have it. She can have it. She can have it because I remember when the first time I stole a pack of gum from Kmart. I was like 5.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would have not wanted no feds to come after me.
About
no guns. First of all, and the security guard shouldn't even have pistols. Why we packing heat at the Dollar Tree?
Yeah.
Even if you steal the whole store worth of merchandise. Like what? I mean, what are we doing? Dollar Tree.
I do security in various forms, and I ain't put my life on the line for no fucking groceries.
People used to come. I'm talking about people come in and steal or try to steal racks of Levi jeans.
You gotta be being disrespectful.
You gotta be like, okay, now. So I remember stopping kids for selling a pack of Nike socks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, technically, that's why I ain't gonna name the company. Technically, I'm supposed to call the cops for every infraction. I don't care how big or small. I'm not calling no cops on no kid about no Nike socks. Exactly. Hey, bro, I'm gonna sit you in the back. I still gotta write up my report.
Right.
But don't come in my store again.
Yeah.
Flat out.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So you get people that, and I don't know what it is, man. You get people that got technically less training than police officers. That's armed still.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Armed to the teeth. You may or may not have non-lethal options, handcuffs, the whole nine. But you got enough sense and wherewithal to adjust your intensity to the level of the crime, where you ain't on 10 the entire time.
Yeah,
that's what we from it. We understand.
You know what? We got compassion.
Niggas been in that situation.
Yeah, I stole before. You know what I mean? So I get it. I get the temptation.
I can't eat a cold hot dog today. If I was in the Nathan's hot dog eating contest, they're like, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have one your first hot dog got to be cold.
It's over with. First of all, that hot dog ain't
cold
barbecue with a whole lot of char on it. Nigga. I'm not gonna even eat it.
Yeah.
I want a cold hot dog.
I mean, granted, it's just bologna. I can't rock with it though. I can't rock with
hot dog.
Hey, Nathan's hot dog, them Hebrews, that ain't just bologna. It's processed meat though. Still,
kosher.
It's kosher though. Yeah.
But
what I call it Hebrew? Oh, it's Hebrew National.
Hebrew National, yeah.
I'm fried. Don't even know.
I just can't. You know what I'm saying? I just can't. And a lot of times that's what it be. You know what I'm saying? So you think about the older days with police in different neighborhoods, right? So So you would be a police officer in your neighborhood, typically where you come from, right?
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So you would know, hey, nigga, so I stay here, Miss Johnson stay there. You know what I'm saying? So you patrolling the area that you know. So you got more compassion because these are your neighbors. And you also know if you do something wild, nigga, we know where you stay.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you have that connection with your neighborhood, you know what I'm saying?
That
community, right? A sense of community, a literal sense of community. But when you get, and I get it, you get a lot of people and they kind of spread out, and money's not flowing, so you got to cut back on numbers of people. You got to have roaming patrols.
Yeah,
I understand all that, but because of that, nigga, now when you know what I'm saying, so Officer Johnson, because that's the standard officer name, when he comes to, he know all right. So they might be doing something, but they ain't causing no trouble. You know what I'm saying? They keep it away from. They doing it, I guess, the right way. They keep it away from kids. They ain't selling it to whatever people. All right. So I'll talk to you hey, y'all got to keep it moving or whatever. But I ain't gonna come down on you because I understand. That's what you call this kid. Grandma just died. They trying to do whatever. Mm-hmm. You understand that. Now he gone. He passed your zone, what they call in Cleveland, districts or whatever. So now he gone. So now he going to the Kinsman area because he on patrol. Mm-hmm. Officer Mitchell, he don't give a fuck about nothing. He busting everybody. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that just caused that tension immediately.
Look,
you know what I'm saying?
I know a story. Well, actually, I was there. But anyways, it was 3 teenagers, and they was about to fight a cop. Now you already know 3 people. You could, and they trying to jump you. You can pull out your shit and shoot them if you wanted to, right?
Right.
Just how the law go. It's fucked up, but just how it go.
Yeah.
He said if he wasn't friends with the one dude, he said the one dude, his son was there. If he wasn't friends with the dude, he might have did something else. But it's just because of that, he pulled out his pepper spray, sprayed
everybody. Yeah, you sprayed everybody. And then you make your arrest, or you do your detainment, or you do enough to get you away, man. Like, and the part that kills me, on top of like the cops doing the wild stuff, the part that really kills me is that you have good cops that's around these people or stand around them and watch them do it, and they don't say nothing.
It was, you know, I mean, if you do, then you're gonna be outcast. You
are gonna be outcast. But then we just talked about martyrs, right?
If
you can't stand on the right side of morality or whatever the case, sometimes
you take an oath. You take an oath.
It can't be gray areas in that. Either it's right or it's not right.
Like when you're a doctor, then you take an oath, right? You pass your class, you take an oath. If somebody's dying, you have an oath. Like that's your duty, whether you on duty or off of duty. If somebody pass out on a plane or whatever, as a medical person, like you supposed to do what you can to the best of your ability. That's your oath. Yeah. You can protect or serve is they oath.
I don't see no protector. And I don't know who they serving.
I don't know who the fuck they is. I definitely don't know who they serving.
I mean, I grew up in East Cleveland. I didn't have a fear of cops growing up because our cops we had cops in particular, like Officer Spots. I think he retired now, but they were always around. Like they were at all of our festivals. They were at the high school games, you know what I mean? So they would just pop in and patrol Shaw High, like. And so it was never like, oh, there's the police, let me like be nervous. It was like, oh, they go Officer Spots, like, what's up? Exactly. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, and then you knew where they lived. They also knew who you were. Like if somebody had said, oh, we gonna stop Byron, look like a potential suspect for convenience store robbery, Spots gonna be like, I know Byron, he ain't doing that. We can move on to somebody else because he ain't do that.
Tell you.
You know what I mean? I know who he is. He's a good kid. You know what I mean? So
as much bad stuff as they say about East Cleveland, like East Cleveland is small enough, and maybe it's just that they force it small enough. You know what I'm saying? Or however you want to break it down. Like, but I lived in East Cleveland when I was young. Like I moved when I was like 5 or something. And every if I know a lot of people that live in East Cleveland their entire life. Everybody I know in East Cleveland know East Cleveland police. Yeah. Like I don't know if they know the new people or whatever, but
a couple of them got busted being on some
other stuff. And they and people in East Cleveland know that, like, man, Johnson did that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was talking about
that nigga not right. Nigga ain't never been right.
I'll tell y'all the story off of that. I'm sure that y'all probably know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, about East Cleveland prostitute or whatever. Like, niggas know, like, oh, he did that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just so-and-so, and he's been doing it forever, and he probably got mad one night, blah, blah, blah. Like, but everybody know that because those officers are from that area. Right. They live with these people. They've been in that area forever, and that's that sense of community. Even though the community is fucked up at times, that's the sense of community, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. And that's just the difference of how it used to be. And I guess East Cleveland might be the last hurrah for that, you know what I'm saying? Or it was, at least. I haven't been there in a while.
Yeah, well, me. You know, the moments where I have to drive through it, I'll be trying to speed the hell through it so I can get and try not to tear up my car on the way. So
like a war zone.
Yeah, dude. I don't know what I'm supposed to do again. Don't inhale. I mean, don't.
Yeah, don't inhale. I'm trying to talk about in the comments.
Yeah, you already know them. Like they already got each other's numbers. Might as well text each other.
What?
Smoke in my eye.
Angel said, Laura, I was thinking about you today, how they probably keep, y'all must have been talking about something a couple days ago, because I don't know what y'all.
Hey, Laura, Angel, y'all. How y'all doing?
Every Wednesday, third. All right, man, y'all have your own discussions, which is cool.
Ain't nobody talk about no tacos.
How the hell they
They talking to each other. They ain't thinking about y'all.
Yeah, nigga, what are we doing here?
Hey, they talking in code in our comments.
Yeah, y'all got. All right, man. Well, let's keep the show on, then. Y'all got nothing to put in on police brutality and action and stuff.
Oh, what they wanted to talk about the other
relationships? And now Laura gonna say, "Hey guys, she's been in here for 13 minutes now."
But they say, yeah, y'all need to talk about relationships.
Yeah, y'all talking about codes and customers and shit. I'm just saying. So since y'all ain't listening anyway, what I wanted to talk about today was I don't know how much time we get. I mean, it ain't no time, but I don't know how much time we got.
We've been on here an hour. It's a quick hour.
Has it been an hour?
Almost.
Lordy.
Yeah, almost. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about, we can just dabble on it a little bit or whatever. If y'all want to hang out, we can always do that. But like, so how do y'all like? So this week, I had some. I always talk about racism and white people and all this stuff, and that's putting it modestly.
That's broad.
That's putting it modestly. But so how do y'all feel about? Yeah. How do y'all feel about how do y'all feel about non-white people of color?
What?
Well, I guess it should be people of color. Then how you feel?
Because how can you be non-white
You be Italian, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
How do you feel about?
That's white.
It is white. I mean, I'm just trying to be
inclusive.
I'm trying to be.
They're the black is white. I say that.
Oh, the black. Yeah, are they?
What are we talking
The
about?
Irish are probably the black and white. Anyway, that has nothing to do with. That's neither. How do y'all feel about non-black people of color saying the N-word? A nigga word. I don't know why I said the N-word.
Fried. And don't let me hear it.
All right. But what if you know that they got black in them?
Well, we all got black in us.
Yeah.
Everybody
But I'm saying,
except for Angel.
let's say somebody from, all right, let's say
Shade.
say somebody from Mexico. All right, we know, we got black jeans down there, and they saying nigga.
But they identify as Mexicans.
They identify as Mexican. They don't claim black heritage.
That's a negative for me.
Yeah, that's a no for me, dog.
For me.
What if they claim black heritage, like I'm black, Mexican, this and that? But what about them? Or you guys got to be full.
Well, I feel like
nigga
the nigga derived in America. That term is an American term.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel
it started here.
It started here.
I don't know about that.
I mean, we have Negro and other different types
of. Well, the meaning.
The negative meaning
is started
in America. Yeah,
I'll say that.
So,
not the word, but yeah, the meaning. Yeah.
So I feel like, so if you are not American born, black, you probably should not be saying it. However, there are certain gray areas where I'll be like, okay, I probably won't be mad at that.
What's that gray area?
Like, okay, so you have like New York is very diverse, and then they also have a huge Hispanic population, right?
Uh-huh.
And blacks and Hispanics in certain boroughs in New York grow up as one. They are all in the same community, and it's them against the world. And they have relationships that have been sustained decades, generations, this, that, and the third. So I don't personally know, because I mean, I guess people may say it, but they don't say it around me because they know my standpoint on it. But you do have people who are, Hispanic, Puerto Rican, whatever they want to be, and they say the N-word. They say nigga because them and black people are really the same in their communities.
All right, what about Cardi B? She from what you said.
Cancel.
First of all,
she's going.
Cardi B is a bird anyway. So only thing that she's given me was a bop called Bodak Yellow. Aside from Bodak Yellow, I don't need nothing from Cardi. And she a culture vulture. So let's just put that out there.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know if it's gonna be construed as negative or not. But
because if it's a fact, it's a fact.
That's true. Like you don't see. To your point, I understand. Cleveland is the east side of Cleveland is very fucking segregated, right? Very. The west side of Cleveland is way more integrated. Yeah. Way what I'm saying. Akron is way more integrated. Yeah. In Northeast Ohio, most of Northeast Ohio, you want to include Lorain County and Elyria. Usually it's just the east side.
It's really only east side of Cleveland.
Yeah, the east side of Cleveland. Now, growing up on the east side of Cleveland, separated, even though I grew up in the hood, I went to Cleveland high schools, all this stuff. Puerto Ricans don't get the pass from me.
No, not here, not in this particular.
In Cleveland.
Not in Cleveland.
No pass.
No pass.
Like And the only reason I brought it up because some girl at work said it, and I'm like, what? Like, so not only are we at work,
Was she white? What
she's Puerto Rican. Like,
she said nigga?
And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, because your people be.
Oh no!
We're
gonna have to go outside and have a conversation.
Like, your people be annoying me.
She said your people.
And I'm like, oh, look like. So the first thing that crossed my head, like, but if I said some shit about a spick or something, like, you be.
You
like,
feel some kind of way about that.
Like, I'm like, of all the words you can use, and I'm at work, so of course I'm being civil. Of all the words you can use, why that word? You know what I'm saying? You could say dude or that guy. You can call him by his name.
You could actually really say black people.
You
I probably wouldn't feel no kind of way.
You can call
black people
blacks.
do annoy me too.
Yeah.
So.
You call them blacks. You know what I'm saying? You can call them whatever you want to
The
call
blacks.
them. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, your people specifically. And she's like, then she gave me an example. She's like, what'd you say? She's like they were like, it's like, yeah, because black people were the only ones that be like, oh, you got a fat ass, or oh, let me hit that, or some shit she was saying. So I looked at it, and my very first thought was like, nobody says that to you. No one.
Oh, pancake.
No one says that to you.
Pancake bottom.
Period of race. Like, no one says that to you personally. You never heard that. Nobody said that to you. They're talking to the person next to you. Nobody said that to you.
That's funny.
Then my second thought was, you telling me that black guys are the only people that say you got a fat ass or I want to smash or anything? Like you telling me that only black guys say that?
First of all,
how is that possible?
I live in Akron, but I do a lot in like North Akron. North Akron is probably one of the most diverse parts of Akron. So you got African, like fresh off the boat, you know, African. You have a strong Indian presence. You have white presence, black presence. You got a little bit of everything for real. Plus you got people from Thailand. So, and then I just learned that it's a big spot for refugees. So they got like refugee like camps or like houses.
Really?
Yeah, like North Akron it's crazy for real. But
wait, let me just say just a small sidebar. Believe it or not, Bay Village got a lot of when I say refugees, I don't mean like from different countries. I mean from like displaced people from like New Orleans during Katrina.
Oh, nice.
Bay Village got a bunch of refugees.
Really?
In Bay Village. I'm not even kidding.
Black?
Yeah.
Well, how they afford it?
Because they get stipends from like FEMA and
oh yeah, you're gonna have to get that stipend because Bay Village.
That's what I'm saying. So even though they gotta pay something now or whatever at this point, like, you know, I'm sure they're working or whatever, but they still get some kind of a displacement check or whatever. Bay Village, I can afford to drive through Bay Village.
I be looking like, oh, this looks so nice out here. But let me get back to 90 West.
Yeah, let me get
1.5 million.
Yeah.
Like houses, easy.
Oh yeah.
Lake
they got a
front.
nice beach though. Especially for the fireworks.
No,
but July I'm probably gonna be there.
Taxes is crazy, so they can afford to do that type of stuff.
And it's still in Cuyahoga County, so they
exactly.
Honey Hut.
Yeah.
Exactly.
On the beach too.
I'm not hip to that.
Yeah.
Honey Hut? Is that a restaurant?
Ice cream?
Ice cream.
Oh, not hip at all.
There's one down the street from here.
Really? I love ice cream. Like churned or like, do they chop it up on the table like the
Nah, it's more old school. They scoop it?
Yeah, they do scoops here.
Okay.
They do scoops, but
then they got the soft serve too, right?
Oh, I like soft serve. Yeah. I might go holler at them. Honey nut?
Honey Hut.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, back to what you were saying. Akron being
Let's stop talking about ice cream.
Yeah.
I had to show.
No, but on pause on Handles. So the first time I had mint chocolate chip, it was from Handles.
Mm-hmm.
I was probably doing some extracurriculars,
Mm-hmm.
and so when I first bit a spoon, or do you bite it? I don't know.
Oh, you bit the spoon?
I mean, when I first had a spoon of the mint chocolate chip, I was like, so my coworkers got video. I guess so whenever I get famous, so they can blackmail me and try to get a check up out of me. They got a video of me eating this ice cream for the first time, and I'm like this. I can't believe it's so good.
I don't know if that got to do with extracurriculars, man. Handles go super hard.
Because I thought it was just me. I haven't had it since because I'm a little nervous.
Handles go something basic like cherry vanilla. Oh,
it's going?
Handles go so hard.
I got one right down the street from me too.
Shout out to Mitchell's, by the way, because they sending the stuff for their.
Oh yeah, shout out to me.
They got good ice cream
They
too.
shout out. Yeah, they do. But the line be mad long every time I go to the
single time, yeah.
I ain't got time, even in the winter. So I just end up going to town hall and getting a beer.
Handles. I didn't know Handles was like national.
Oh, is it?
National. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
That explains why it's so good.
Sorry. Anyway,
I forgot what I was even going to with Akron.
I don't remember
diversity.
either. But Angel said she ignorant talking about the Puerto Rican chick. I'm assuming. She is like, cause I mean her point of view is just ridiculous, and and for me this goes beyond her. Like I didn't think about this just when she popped up. Nigga, every time Fat Joe say nigga, I change the song.
He said,
like, what's the We Taking Over?
Yeah.
One of the hottest songs ever made, right? Yeah, a young Jeezy, a young T.I. in there, a young Lil Wayne when he was spitting fire. You got a terrible Birdman. Like, when Fat Joe rap, like, I can't even get to the ending of the song because he say nigga on the song. Like, I just gotta change it, like, cause I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
But see, like, I guess I can make
What you saying is right.
Yeah,
You're from New York. I'm not disputing that. I agree with that 100%. And I never even thought about that until now. But the lead up was then change it.
And see, I don't know how I would respond personally if it happened like at my workplace, like, cause let me put this out there for Black people. When you are around white people, do you say the word?
Hell yeah! Like
I try not to say it when I'm around white people.
I work for the state, so I gotta kind of watch what I say.
Yeah. In
places. You work for the city, they might give you a little bit more leeway.
I just work for, I just try a dealership. So.
Yeah, but the job that I work at is still sensitive, so I don't be trying to say shit.
But you can blame it on you can blame it on people around you though, like you can blame it on the kids. You know what I'm saying?
Because kids say it.
You like that one teacher like, yeah, I said nigga, but like, how you gonna loan a nigga a pencil? Like, how you gonna loan a nigga a French fry? Like, you gonna give it back to me? Like. You can blame it on other people. Like, it'd be me in this quiet room. We'll be sitting down thinking about how this outcome, how this judgment is going to affect their life, and be quiet. And that's why I was so surprised. Like, and she said it freely, like, yeah, these niggas, something. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm probably not going to react in an appropriate
But the way
manner.
she said it, too, wasn't even, it was
definitely racist how she framed it.
It flowed, so I know she said all the time. But then when I asked her, like, of all words, why that word? Like, cause y'all, like your people. I'm like, oh, yeah, like it was crazy.
And then like when I look at other like
Mother Hello and Mother Hello.
Hi.
Are they back yet?
Erica said, yeah, I think they came back today or today or tomorrow. Erica said that they are black. Puerto Ricans are black too. So look. This is my thing though. Like let me bring you full circle. I'm fine, like we were talking about earlier about protests and shit like that. I'm fine if you want to say the word. If you're gonna include yourself in our struggle, in our fight for other stuff. But as soon as some resistance meet and you're like, no, I'm Puerto Rican.
That's y'all culture.
I'm Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying? Don't lump me in with them, but you want to enjoy saying the word nigga?
I heard somewhere, and I will never forget this quote. People want our rhythm, but don't want our blues. And that's a for sure fact.
That's, you know what? One of my favorite lines, I never heard that before. It makes so much sense. One of my favorite lines is the same thing. Is Paul Mooney saying, everybody want to be a nigga, but don't nobody want to be a nigga. That's what it comes down to.
Shout out to Paul Mooney.
Paul Mooney is a legend.
Yeah.
Absolute legend.
That's real though. The shit that you see on TV, niggas having fun, this and that. That's not how it is in real life. Like, you having to go through some bullshit for no reason.
Of course.
So I sold a car to a gentleman a black man who has a white wife, and we all kind of hit it off like on our initial like meet and greet.
Mm-hmm.
She ended up having to come back up to the dealership to pick up his plate actually. And so we didn't really have any like real connection, but we like, the cordial stuff, you know what I mean? The little diddy bop that you do with people you don't know. But she asked me, because she's a therapist, and at the firm, I don't know what they call it, but at the place that she works, it's like pretty much all white, and they have 2 other black female therapists. And she asked me, well, me as a white woman, what can I do to better help the cause? Because I feel like there's a a big disconnect with my coworkers. They just don't understand the plight. They don't care to understand it. Of course, she has a little bit more inside because she's with a black man, right? And she was saying how he has been so patient with her and like holding her hand and teaching her, you know, about our struggles. Because clearly, I mean, our struggles are literally hours and hours long. Like nobody
picking that shit up, right?
So he like hand holding her, walking her through the life of being a black man in America. So she was like, so what can I do to help the cause? And I was like, you could probably educate your white friends who don't know shit about shit. Mm-hmm. I mean, really, that's all the help I need from you, because anything else is probably gonna be in my way. But if you can go back and spread the word to your people who are they are determined to be oblivious, then do that. That's the biggest help you can do.
That's a great way of putting it.
I got two questions. First question is, can black people be racist?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because
I slightly disagree.
I have me and my sister-in-law, we talk about this all the time. She say, you said something racist. No, I didn't. I didn't say that. I maybe said something prejudiced, but racist.
Okay. But okay, go ahead.
Because the reason I say that we can't be is because we've never been in a position of power. Like, racism is something where you can affect others, or where you can keep people down.
Systematically.
You can oppress people. We've never been in that position, nigga, where you can actually keep other people down. Barack was the president. He couldn't actively keep no one down.
See,
he couldn't do it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
So black people can be.
You can be prejudiced.
You definitely be prejudiced, for sure. But there are times when, so everybody, unless you like born in South Sudan and you are Congo or some shit, but everybody literally has some point or some perspective of privilege. White, black, Hispanic, somebody got privilege somewhere.
Sure.
So I've seen black people use their privilege to exploit or to get the bag or to whatever the case, and to also keep people down, especially coming from like a sales background. I see it all the time.
And you're a woman, you know what I'm saying?
I see it all the time.
Yeah, so
like one of the most racist people I know for sure is black.
The most racist dude I know is black.
I mean, I'm talking about some of the most awful shit I hear. I be like, damn, bro, relax.
And surprisingly, it ain't me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Not like, you don't like to say I'm racist, but I'm super racially aware. So
that's a big difference.
So when stuff happens and somebody just like, okay, I'm like, no, like, you didn't see this? Like, Byron's wife is white. The girl I'm talking to currently, she white. You know what I'm saying? So when we go do stuff like on West 25th or whatever, like I seen like it was some festival or whatever that was going on out there, and like I seen like dude, like I'm here and she's here, and like the guy like clearly we're together. This nigga made like a half circle to go like to her side to talk to her about whatever the fuck cause he had, when he could have just walked up and talked to both of us. We done went to Panera Bread and the young lady.
Oh, that's so nice.
I mean, you know, the young lady. We're standing there side by side, and she looked her in her eye like, "So what are you guys having?"
I deal with that.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the problem I have.
I look like I'm standing right here. Like,
actually, just out of respect and decorum, you're supposed to address the man first anyway, before you address a man's woman.
I'm with that. I'm not even a stickler for that. I just like, young lady. Watch my mouth because moms is in here now.
What a moms?
Like, don't pretend like I'm not here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Clearly we here together. She wasn't ahead of me in line or nothing wild like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Address me like I'm actually here and don't ignore me. That's my whole thing.
And so in navigating those spaces, right, black men dating a white woman, is that something that you guys encounter more often than not, or you just know like what areas to go in where it's like cool?
Well, you speak on it because you've been doing it longer than I have.
Well, speak on the situation he just said. Hell yeah, I notice when I go to.
No names or places.
When I go to a place far out, you know, somewhere in the suburbs, and we both ordering food, but you say, "Hey, how you doing?" Whatever, but I'm sitting over here. And you just talking over there, and you don't look.
You don't even look. Like
like
you don't even look.
But when they do that, I just, hey, I need this. I need some of this. I just make them work. Like, nigga, you want knowledge that a nigga sitting here.
So you saying you gonna be petty?
You know, yes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm for the petty.
But at the same time, it's really not even. They might not even be racist. Most of the people haven't even been around black people, never had black friends.
No experience at
all.
Only
shit that they seeing in the movies,
or news, right?
Funny, wild shit.
Or some reality show or some
right.
shit, you know what I mean? Like, for instance, on the flip side, I just started being around white people. No shade, I'm 32. The first time I met a white person, like, for real, it was my freshman year in college. I had no idea about, like, what they experience. I don't really give a shit either, but I didn't know, like, their experience and their own personal lives, a lot of the similarities that we have, a lot of the differences and all. I didn't have any idea. I'm from East Cleveland. It was like a handful of white people in my city, but that actually came out and like was in the community. Because there was a lot of white people, but they ain't really like.
It was a standard 3 every time. Them niggas be on foot, walking down.
And they was normally older people who had been there for
forever.
Years. They like,
I don't care how many black. I ain't moving.
And my kids grown, they already moved, so we got my house paid off, so I ain't tripping. Like, my high school had 2 white kids.
Right.
But then I was the exact opposite. I was like one of 5 black people in the high school. It was culture shock, like. But at the same time, made friends.
Yeah.
But then it was, like I said, people who never been around black people before. And then that's when the racist shit start to happen. They start saying racist shit, like.
Yeah. You know what I hate the most?
You brushing your hair trying to get some 360s. They're like, why you got a horse brush? Like.
The Puerto Rican chick said that to me. I'm like,
what?
I'm like, why do I have to be a horse brush? Like, what are you talking about?
It's an animal.
Like, what are you talking about?
I ain't never even seen no damn horse.
I've never heard that before in my life, and I didn't even add that to the topic because I couldn't wrap my mind around that until you just said it. And I kid you not, she said that
me and her need to sit down.
Horse brush, nigga.
I don't like her.
I couldn't imagine it. And then what she tried to do, that was like on the Wednesday, so Thursday, Friday, she wanted to like come around and have normal conversation. Like, I don't got nothing to say, so go clean up the bathroom. Go clean up, man.
Way too spicy for me. And low key bold.
Horse brush, nigga. I don't even know what that means. I never heard that term before in my life. A horse brush, never heard it in my life.
And I grew up around a lot of men. I've seen a lot of brushes.
Nigga,
like, it's just a normal day thing.
It's a brush.
Normal where we from, but
they don't. A lot of things that different cultures, like they really just the older I get, the more I realize that black people really is like under the microscope because people just don't get us. Yeah. We are so intricate. We are so complex. We are not black and white. We are just so like diverse, even within our own cultures. We got all these different pigmentations. We got different hair textures. We got different color eyes. We got a whole lot, and people don't get it.
That's true.
And that own language, and that's depending on where you grew up. Like, I don't sound like somebody from New Orleans or Brooklyn or Houston, you know what I mean?
But you can figure out real quick.
Oh, for sure.
If you hear it enough, real quick.
Yeah.
I went to school in Connecticut. I was working out there, and I'm like...
Connecticut?
Yeah, I went to school in Connecticut. So I think I was working at Enterprise or something. We clean the cars, and like, so the dude from Connecticut, he's like, I'm like, yeah, something. I'm like, yeah, something about a strap or whatever. Like, what you mean the strap? He's like, I'm like, gun or whatever. He's like, I thought that's what you meant. Like, I knew that's what you meant, but I just wanted to confirm or whatever. Because he's from Connecticut. And I guess they just don't say straps out there or whatever. Like we did, like we do in Cleveland or whatever. So, like, just that. But it don't, like you said, it don't take long to pick up on it. Like, it's just a matter of differences in stock. Exactly. That's what it comes down to. Let me jump in the comments real fast. We got people commenting. So Erica said, so a while back, she said, LOL, prejudice is maybe. So I'm assuming she don't think that, black people can be racist either.
Okay.
She said, just think of the racial society that we live in, though. And that's what it is. Like everything is, the further we go, the more we kind of come together, but it's also still like, lines being drawn at the same time. So you're working together as you draw your line. So yeah, I understand what y'all are going through as I draw this line to separate it. Like I completely understand. I got friends and they told me all about it as I draw this line to separate it. And that's just how it progressed. You know what I'm saying? So are we really taking a step forward? You know what I'm saying? Like we are overall, like, because clearly it ain't as racist as it was in the 60s. You know what I'm saying?
Or one may think. I think it's even more racist than it was in the 60s. They ain't sticking dogs on us per se,
right.
But when you look at the school to prison pipeline, when you look at mass incarceration, I mean, it's just different tactics for real. It's just different.
That I also agree with. It's
You can't be jigging your whole life. At one point, you gotta graduate to Sean Carter.
You gotta grow up.
So, but let me ask you this: do you think it's more so? Do you think it's more so the separation between, let's say, like you said earlier, Cleveland is highly segregated. You got black people on this side, Puerto Ricans and white on the west side. Mm-hmm. Do you think it's more due to that, or due to what's going on in the household as far as racism goes? And prejudice, being prejudiced.
What do you mean? Like the start of it, or as far as society? Like, what do you mean?
As far as society, like I said earlier, I'm going to school with white people who've never been around black people, and I'm the first one, so they got questions. They might not be necessarily racist, but they trying to, figure out.
Yeah, but at the same time, anybody can have a question about anything. But it's all about your approach. You know what I'm saying? If somebody walk with you, you're aggressive, like, nigga, we're wherever at. Like, you're like, nigga, get the fuck out. You're saying whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna match their energy. So if they come up like I don't know how white people would approach you or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? Like, they can approach you differently than trying to make a joke. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, just trying to ingrain themselves. Like, come to me like a regular person. They come up and like, oh, give me some skin. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, man,
what's up, homie? Or homeboy?
Yeah, like,
but you know what? So I think it's twofold. I actually think it's both. So I think a lot of it is indoctrinated in how people are raised and their own like family traditions and rituals, and just generations of just being brainwashed or whitewashed. And then by areas being segregated, you don't even have the space to even explore your curiosities. Right. Like, for real, we are the fantasy of the world. Like, black people are the fantasy of the world.
Look at this. How many people want to get plastic surgery to get bigger lips?
To look like us.
Whatever it is.
They want, white guys want to have black guys' pecs and calves, and they want to be big and buff, and this, that, and the third, or just like y'all just got natural muscle mass and genetics, you know what I mean? So they want what we have. However, I feel like
brought on by the slave masters, the strongest slaves.
Of course.
Yeah. So I think that, like, the more closer we become and getting back to that whole like one race thing, because really we are literally one race. Yeah. So throw away Italian. I mean, keep your roots and all. I'm not saying don't have your roots and have your cultural traditions, but don't let that separate us at the same time.
Right.
Like, that should be something that we can
so
converse
go
about
against that, yeah.
and build a bridge to like connect over.
I agree 100%.
And share. Like, all these different cultures, we should be sharing. We should be one big melting pot.
That's the goal. But
I agree with that. But they don't. But right, they're like, oh, this is tradition, so I got to draw the line here. Like, as much as I want to know or whatever, like, I got to draw the line here because it's tradition. Or we just in my family we just don't do this. So that means I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having a conversation and educating yourself or ingraining yourself in different cultures and becoming the best person that you could be.
Like I'm gonna throw this out there, like Lil Nas X, right? Mm-hmm. The blasphemous statements that were made when he dropped his track that has already gone platinum, 3 times platinum.
I hate that nigga.
He didn't fit the mold of country. He didn't look like it. He didn't, and so they shitted on him. Like, however, on the flip side, they want hip hop to be all inclusive.
Right.
Everybody come over to hip hop.
But country, country artists been eating off things in hip hop for years. Like,
we invented all these genres.
It's blues with a twang.
Yeah.
I forgot who said it. The dude was talking about, I'm rolling in my truck on 36s.
Okay,
You know
you
what I'm
got
saying?
36s now?
That's funny.
You know what I'm saying? Like, where would you get that from? Come on, man. So they've been doing it for years. So a black man basically doing the same thing, and they said
Now
no.
it's stealing. Now it's
no.
like, oh, you don't, because we got these traditions. You're supposed to look a certain way, say a certain thing.
Yeah.
The beat's supposed to sound like this. Yeah. You ain't supposed to have too much bass in your country song.
But Logic want to get in hip hop. I'm like, oh, you gotta let him in.
First of all,
you gotta let him in.
First of all, I don't like Logic.
I don't like his music. I'm not a fan of his music, but whatever.
I like
you
his
want to rap,
music though.
but you want whatever. That's neither here nor there. You want to rap, cool. Like, but now you write a book. Now you want to be taken to something else. So you use a regular name or you change the name or whatever because you're writing a book.
See, I'm just so
That's
for
a
Logic.
corporation.
I'm just so
That's not
upset.
good.
He upsets me because he always saying he half black. He half black. I am blah 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 blah. Listen, I respect you more if you just be Mac Miller and just be great doing you.
Right.
I don't care.
Use that as your crutch.
I don't care about your skin color. If it's good music, I'm gonna indulge in it. Guaranteed.
Because he didn't really start saying that until he used the word nigga on one album, and then that's when he said, you know, half black, I have black. So do you think he was pushing that so people won't lash out at him?
Probably so. That's probably a tactic for sure.
Let me see. So the comments.
If he looked white, I didn't know he was black until
he kept saying it over and over.
That's what I'm saying, man. So you want to be black when it gets you your fame, when it gets you in the door. But now that you're in the door and you want to expand, now you're like, oh no, I'm Robinson James or whatever that nigga name is. Anyway, so Angel said for real. She said for real. Until about a year ago, I never realized there would be people who wouldn't like me based on my skin color. I wore rose-colored glasses, and from a small town, I thought people cool. I thought people was cool if you what? I thought people cool to all if you cool. Your wife said something racist. I'm not going to read it. No, she said Byron's brush does look like a type of brush that was made for horses. Not racist, just what it looks like. I don't know.
Well, I've never seen a horse brush.
But that's because we black. Where the horses at in East Cleveland?
Well, I could tell.
Hey, that nigga riding around the horse?
You said the nigga in EC riding on the horse?
Nigga all up and down Shaw? Nigga, that's great.
Put your Google
story.
That's Google stories.
That's crazy.
Like he look.
That's crazy.
Like his videos of him riding on the
horse.
Going around the corner, the horse fall. He fall off the horse.
No, that's fried.
Yeah.
But look,
I seen him ride it successfully though before.
Yeah, he ride good, but on Halloween last year, he was dressed up as the horse, like Caesar from Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
First time I seen a horse for real and live when I went down to Ohio University in Athens, and all the police be on horses. I was like, damn, that's a horse. That was big as fuck.
Horses are huge, man.
Just imagine one in EC just
galloping. Yeah, it's crazy. Let me see. So Erica said, I've experienced racism. I've been down south. I went to school with white folks. Cleveland is even segregated. Yeah,
it's segregated as fuck.
Especially the east side. Like on the west side, you get a little bit of people. Everybody kind of on top of each other on the west side. So you absolutely right about that. Your mom said a combination of both. Byron.
Cut no grass in somewhere.
Erica said that's an excuse to me not being around black people.
Let's get on that. That's an excuse. Americans. So I'm a big believer in that's an excuse because you have to take life into your own hands as far as educating yourself. So all these people who are newly stumbled upon being woke, they have to at least open a book and crack a book about other people's plight if you really want to be about this life. So you have to take the initiative. Somebody not gonna tell you everything.
That's true. So I just go back to what Angel said earlier about I forgot.
Action.
So she said about action earlier, but she said about it was a good point to tie into what she had just said.
Did she say something about if it hit home?
Yeah. So you don't know about it, right? So I mean. Angel might. I mean, I think she talked to black guys before. I don't know, but her last relationship, the nigga was white. So she was white. Come on, man. I mean, whatever. So until until she started talking to me or whatever, and then you gotta worry about me just riding to the store or whatever and getting pulled over,
right?
Especially in this neighborhood or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like so until it affects you, where you actually have to pay attention to it, then you don't pay attention to it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's I mean, that's a great point. Even like the guy from Raising Cane's I was talking to, and he said, so I don't know his personal situation, but whatever it was, something made him go do some research and to learn about you know, whether the past that his people had or the past that just black people had or whatever it was, that caused him to, so something in him was like, I want to do something to help, but I don't know what, you know what I'm saying? And then this opportunity just so happened to show itself, and then he was able to do that. You know what I'm saying? But that's 100% right. Like, you don't really know or care about it until it actually affects you. And just so happened, as a community, a lot of shit affects black people, whether it is music in different genres that a lot of black people don't listen to, but so many of us are not doing well enough to where we all can't pay attention to anything. Does that make sense? Like, it's kind of sound complicated, but like, so when something like the police stuff happens, of course, everybody's on top of it. When something good happens, like Jay-Z's been named a billionaire officially or whatever, like that stuff you pay attention to. Even stuff like across the country, like, it's just stuff that you pay attention to because enough of us are not doing well enough to where we can kind of write it off. You know what I'm saying? Like, so everything, we kind of got to be on top of everything, and not just us because we got a show, just as a people. So we kind of got to be a little bit of everything.
And I think it's more to your point that black people we're the only race that really carries the burden individually for the entire race. Whereas if I do something, it looks bad on my entire race.
Sure.
Whereas
or somebody
Becky can go out and act a fucking fool on Housewives of Potomac or whatever. I don't even know. I'm just making some shit up. And that's just Becky. That ain't white people, all white girls are. No, that's just her individually.
But meanwhile, they say black guys.
Nene Leakes can go on there and act a fool, and they like, oh, black just ratchet.
Black girls got attitude. You know what I'm saying? The black girls always got attitude.
And then I would kind of say something sort of like Hispanics go through the same thing, where it be like similar. Very similar.
You're right, though. They do. They go through their own thing and they deal with it. But just like Erica said, that Puerto Rican people are black. Like, we'll accept them.
Yeah.
But we'll let the tables be turned, and black people go through something like, hey guy.
That's why I be like
pasta. Like, you know what I'm saying?
When I see black people be like, they go out and celebrate other culture shit like St. Patty's Day. Go ahead.
No, I ain't talking about. I just read something.
When I go out and when I see black people do St. Patty's Day and then all these other traditional shit, I be like, I won't be a part of that shit because they not a part of our shit. Yeah. I don't see nobody throwing up no flags for Juneteenth.
Man, you see stuff like support Sudan, and I'm not against it. But when niggas,
pray for Paris. Yeah. For what?
Like,
Paris got it. Nigga, they got it in the bag. They be all right.
Nigga, do you think people in Paris putting up flags for Juneteenth?
I ain't never seen nobody say pray for East Cleveland. Or even Cleveland Heights at that minute.
True. Pray for Cleveland.
Pray for Cleveland.
Detroit.
Oh, I think they said it made when Tamir.
I ain't see it.
I ain't see it.
I ain't saying it didn't. I ain't see pray for Flint. Besides, out of our community, they still drinking bad water.
And you know what? But so I think one of y'all said something about responsibility. I think this is related to charity. Do you think that our community has dropped the ball on our community?
I'm gonna say yes and no, because most people from our community don't make it to the point where we have enough money to
affect
the community.
Yeah.
Now, there's a lot going on, like not the proper schooling, you got crime, you got drugs, like you in a trap essentially. And the only way to affect this trap is to get out, but most people don't know how to get out. The way you get out is getting educated to know this is some bullshit. And
you don't even know it's bullshit half the time.
Right, exactly.
It's just a regular life.
It's just normal.
It's normal for you, right? Exactly. And so I gotta say yes and no too with you. So I think there are some stuff that we choose to ignore, like I was talking about the police brutality and people wearing t-shirts and blocking the freeway this week or this month, you know what I'm saying? But next month, I can't really, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, no, because we don't have the, individually, yes, Jay-Z can do stuff. The guy that paid off all the student loans for that graduating class for some HBCU.
Oh yeah,
I don't know his name.
Morehouse? No, was it Morehouse or another?
One of them, I don't know.
Yeah,
but he paid off, like, so individually, yes, there are people that have the financials to be able to do stuff like that.
But our skin color, not a lot though.
That's what I'm saying. It's not enough where they can cover everything. You know what I'm saying? So and they still got families and responsibilities, something they have to do themselves. Right. Where like a nigga like Jeff Bezos, nigga can write a check, nigga, flint and fix. That's it.
So
like his wife can
write a check. Sure. And like that is like flint and fix.
And she probably gonna start doing sexy shit like that because, you know, she got it. I feel like she just want to do shit out of spite now.
Out of spite.
I'll take that. I'll take out of spite given.
Hey, which is absolutely cool. And people all do their charity work that they want to do, and most of the time it's charity stuff. Even with us, we guilty of this, I guess, if you want to call it that, of doing a charity or doing a charity event or our charity that we want to give our time and everything to is something that affects us or affected us at a point in time or whatever. Mm-hmm. The same way, like, so all their money might go to cancer research because their mom had cancer or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, so then are we gonna be like, damn, she ain't really doing that with her money, or she ain't really putting her money into, like, you can't really knock her for that. It's her money, and she put it towards the shit that she want to put it towards. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's not enough black people or whatever that can put money towards these things. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And still maintain, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, they got stuff to do too, and they work hard and earn this money, so I ain't saying they should just be giving it away. You know what I'm saying? But like, you got the crabs in the bucket mentality, like you were saying, but niggas don't even know how to get out. And niggas can't get out to pull somebody out. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's like, damn, I don't know what to do. You know
so I'm gonna be devil's advocate because I do think that our community has been really lackadaisical in the fight for our own personal economic, social, whatever freedoms, right? So just like what y'all doing. Mm-hmm. Are any of y'all millionaires that I know of? I mean, because if you are, then I'm missing a bag like some. I ain't got no Chick-fil-A up off none of y'all.
I'm only 1,000 there one day a week.
With the large lemonade. I ain't got nothing up off of y'all. So what's up? Man. But I think that regardless of what little or how much you have, whatever you have, you should be able to try to do something for the cause, whether that's making some sandwiches for some kids at lunch or who ain't got it, or donating books or clothes, whatever you got. So I think that we rely too much on the big money and the one-time fix. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, somebody gotta get rich real quick and then we'll buy Shaw or fix the roads or rehab, whereas
we can do it collectively.
Collectively,
right about that.
You know, but then also that's by design that we don't have that collective mindset because they broke us down when we first got here.
Right. But I've been saying shit for years.
Yeah, we not trained to think as a group because we actually come from tribes and we know
everybody a little bit different. Everybody's separate. Yeah. Like genetics, like, you know what I'm saying, like to our core, we are, you know what I'm saying, like you said, different tribes and like little stuff make different makeup. So yeah, they all lump us in as black or African Americans or whatever, but we are different. Like I was saying, like we all are kind of separated, and that happened from slavery, separating families. Yeah. Then that happened again in the 80s and 90s, separating dads from homes and all. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all like a.
It's a big game because before we got here, we all we knew was working with one another. Yeah. That's all we knew. Trading, we didn't know being
services
we didn't know like you could be an individual, but you could be an individual within the pack.
Right.
You can't be an individual by yourself. Right. So you got your alpha and then you got your pack. Right. But when we got here, everything changed. It's like, no, I'm gonna displace you here. I'm gonna take your daughter and ship her over there. I'm gonna take the dad and put him over here. So now we trying to make these communities
like a patchwork.
Like now that I'm an adult and we all adults, like now I'm so happy that I can choose my family. Like, you know, we know family ain't always shit anyway. So now you go out above and beyond, like, okay, this is my brother. This is my brother. Like, these people I choose to be in my life, and everybody else, I mean, you know, hopefully you doing the same thing.
Hopefully we all figure it out too.
You know, so.
Let me see. So Erica said, we got to pray for everybody. Your mom said, we need to be educated. We are never too old to learn, which is great. Erica agreed. She said, right, grow gardens and feed the people. Angel said, it's gonna be cool to see y'all sending some kids back to school more prepared than they was going to be. Look, and so, yes, I do. Like I said before, like, 'cause we was having trouble at the start of this thing. I'm like, man, if we end up with 5 book bags, you know what I'm saying? So like, I'll be disappointed, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, I'm like, hey, we gave it a shot. We literally did the best we could. We reached out to as many people, and all we was able to, we could have just went and bought 5 book bags, you know what I'm saying? So we ended up losing money or spending all this extra money to come up with 5 book bags. But we tried it. We seen it all the way through. We did literally everything we could, and we came out with 5 book bags.
Yeah.
So, of course, I'd be disappointed, but at the end of the day, I can look in the mirror and be like, nigga, we did it.
I did the work.
We did
It's about doing the work.
And that's all it comes down to.
It's about action. I think Angela said earlier, action. It's always about action. So whether what the success or what the how you measure success, that's individual, but just as a group,
right?
Seeing it through.
Exactly.
It's a W for me every single time when you make a plan, start it, finish it.
Right.
That's a W.
Most people got big budgets to try to do what we're doing, or they got connections or something. We don't have any of
that. All you got is a big heart.
Nigga, we couldn't even get what a established charity.
No, that shit is wild.
We couldn't even, like, they was like,
what you mean?
Look, we attempted initially. We attempted to because we wasn't gonna do book bags. We were gonna do like clothing and stuff, like you know what I'm saying, shoes, clothes and shoes, right? So we contacted a charity that does clothing shoes for like Cuyahoga County, and first off, we was emailing fine, like then they just dropped off the map for like a month or something, right?
Okay.
Month and a half, like something crazy, right? So then we like worried. So we gotta change what we was gonna do, something that we can do ourselves, blah blah blah. And that's how it changed into the bowling, the bowling event and all this stuff. Like we couldn't give money away. Like they didn't look at us to have the ability or the wherewithal to give money away, to give them money in products.
They're charities.
And they are a nonprofit,
well,
a 501 nonprofit.
Because my old company and I, we had did Rhythm and Blues, which was essentially like a concert to gather toys for a toy drive. And then it was very difficult finding a place for us to give the toys to. We're like, we got toys, but we have nobody to give them to. So, and even when volunteering now, you can't just up and volunteer.
Right.
Like, and I get it because you got like security measures and all of that, but like,
and
run my background check. I'm all right.
And then like big picture, I understand it, right? Like I understand that that it takes resources, you know what I'm saying? Like I understand all of that, like, but I don't get how. And I get like you might not trust the people that you donate money to. Like that's kind of one of our issues. So when we actually found somebody that we were like, all right, the reviews is good and they're nationally, blah blah blah, like all this stuff.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, this is something that I would feel good attaching our brand to.
Yeah.
But they didn't feel the other way. They didn't feel the same the other way around, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just.
Because they judge y'all don't fit the part of the companies that they normally work with.
Because we two young black boys.
They say nigga and cuss on air every week, which is fine. And look, so one of the things, like, full disclosure, whatever. So when I send out emails to companies and stuff, and some companies, like, we only deal with nonprofit companies, and ePIFFany Media is a for-profit company, even though we ain't profiting shit, especially on this event. Yet, right? Let me put it in the air.
Well, not off the event ever, but.
Oh, not you're right. No. But just in general, like, so when I message them, when I say to company, I don't want to say their names, but when I say to big companies, national chains that we all know, if I say the name, we all know these companies. I'm like, I get it. Like, so I send them the letter and all that stuff, and I had like a PS or a note section. Like, look, I get it. Like, you're gonna go to our website, you're gonna judge off the website, you're gonna judge us off our look and all that stuff. I'm like, but just think about yourselves. Like, y'all are a huge company, a for-profit company that's for-profit, but y'all still do stuff to give back to certain communities and donate stuff and all this stuff. Y'all sponsor charity events and 5Ks and all this stuff.
Look like this work for y'all.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, so don't look at the for-profit status and say like, well, we just not gonna mess with y'all. Like, look at something that we actually trying to do. Like, y'all for-profit, y'all do good work. in the community, why can't we do the same thing just on a smaller scale?
Yeah.
Like, so don't look at us as what you see visually. Like, take a look, like, have a conversation with us. Phone call, like, y'all got our phone numbers. Have an email chain with us, like something. Like, don't just judge us off the visual, because when you do that to yourself,
you really shoot yourself in your foot.
Yeah, you're doing a disservice to yourself. And that goes for big companies to small companies. That goes for people that just see people and they're like, oh, I'm gonna write them off, immediately. How you talking about how you just now start hanging around white people and all this stuff? Like you kind of do yourself a disservice when you don't explore, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause you could be a better person or you be more well-rounded, you know what I'm saying? But
just by hanging around people who don't always look like you,
exactly.
And have the same mindset.
Exactly.
So I definitely understand that. But I also think that a lot of people who do charity work aren't doing it for the right reason.
I completely agree with that.
I have learned the long way to not associate, like you said, protect your brand. Mm-hmm. To not even attach my brand to a whole lot of things, because you doing this for your own personal gains, and I'm actually trying to meet people at their greatest need. So we seeing this two different ways anyway. So go on your side.
And right. So just to finish my brand or whatever, like, so I get it. So you look at our brand, or you see that we small, or you see that like our actual product or whatever. And you just look at the visual, like you don't watch the shows or you don't see that we actually talking about stuff that affects us personally or our community or stuff that we actually passionate about. You just like, oh, this is two young black dudes that cuss all the time and this and that. But like you get, I don't want to say company name, you get bigger companies that do worse stuff. They CEOs do worse stuff. You get, I'll say this company, this brand, because I don't fuck with them. You get people like the NRA who they COO is embezzling money, and then they second in charge is trying to overthrow the first guy in charge, like all this wild stuff, and they're a non-profit company.
Nobody not fucking with them right now.
They're a non-profit organization. The NRA is a non-profit. Like, how is that possible? How is that possible, man? They don't pay no taxes.
And they're non-profit.
You know what I'm saying? So don't judge us because we do this when you get bigger companies that do way worse stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, all I'm asking for a fair shake and that goes for family, friends, and businesses alike.
We're gonna show y'all our tax return too. The money that was donated, and we gonna write it off because we need that tax break.
We'll show y'all us in Walmart buying the stuff. You know what I'm saying? Buying receipts. Walgreens where they do they notebooks for 39 cents. Like, we will be on top of all of that. So
y'all ever seen your president's tax returns?
Never.
Oh, okay.
Current one? Never.
Yeah.
Never. Not 1 year. Not even from 2000 or 1989. I ain't seen those either.
The pressure gonna be on them during the election.
One would think.
We already got the House. If we get anything more than that, then
one would think
we'll be okay. Your mom repeated, so I want to say it. So because I skipped it earlier, she said, "We all bleed the same blood as Jesus," and I couldn't agree more. Like,
that's not just like a mama too. What's up, mama? That's mama. That's what my mama was saying.
So we all the same.
She said, "As I repeat."
Yeah. So let me get it out there. So I don't know, man, but I don't know. It was all about action, man. Erica said, "Go vote." I mean.
All right.
That should be without saying.
Okay, so are we voting?
You know.
I don't know yet. Because it depends who like.
Okay, so if you would have asked me, no, I'm a voter. If you would have asked me 4 years ago, will I vote? I would have been like, absolutely. What do you mean, am I voting?
Yeah.
But now, if you ask me, am I vote? I'm going to ask you for federal, state, or local. So I'm probably not voting federal. To be honest, what's the point?
What's the point? Yeah.
And I haven't seen, and we just come off, our beloved Barack shout out, but then I haven't seen any besides healthcare. Literally, besides that, I haven't seen anything. And when the little black boy just touched Barack hair, I was like, "Oh, that was impactful.
That was a good moment. Yeah.
That was a great moment." And him, having all the kids come to the White House and all that. That was great moments and visuals. But the impact, I haven't seen it. I actually seen a lot of damage on the flip side. So, am I voting? And am I a believer in voting? Yes, but that's with an asterisk because now I don't believe in federal. I don't believe in the White House at all. So my energy is not in that direction. But local, go and vote locally, year in and year out.
You see, the governor can sign, the abortion bill signed,
easily.
And so with that, so that's the only reason why I vote federal now is really because you dictate who's in your house and all that when you vote for when your presidents and all that.
Right.
Because then they can choose the attorney generals and so like that's the main, but it's definitely not for the president.
I agree, and if things continue, I'll continue to agree. At this time, I do have if niggas had to vote today, like I got a guy I will vote for.
Can you text him? So I know.
No, I got this Pete Buttigieg, the mayor from South Bend, Indiana. Gay dude, he gay. He like a Harvard graduate. He a Rhodes Scholar. He a veteran. And he like
checking off all the boxes.
And he like 35. Like and he young. No, he white dude, but he young.
He's checking off all the boxes.
He like 35.
When it comes time for the campaign, when they get on the campaign trail, then I'll pretty much.
I'm saying like this. I'm voting for the person who's talking about eradicating these student loans. Right now, the one white lady saying that for every person who has student loans, she gonna get rid of $50,000 of it. That's her max.
What's her name?
I don't know her name, but I'm gonna find out when she on the ballot, and that's who I'm voting for.
Elizabeth Warren saying that. Yeah.
Her. She got my vote, and she can send me a T-shirt and some buttons and whatnot, and I'll go out and canvas for her. Sure.
Like I always say, what they said about the straps.
Yeah, that's all you vote for. You like white man in the South, nigga. That's all they vote for.
Man.
It
don't matter what they say, because if you want to carry one illegally, then you can just carry one.
Yeah, but that's hot.
That's just like what they'll say about marijuana. I don't care what they say about it. If you do it, you're gonna do it regardless.
That's true.
I ain't going to no dispensary because it's too high.
That's true. The one dude about the guns, he's like, yeah, we'll have a AR-15 buyback. I'm like, I had to clutch my pearls.
Don't clutch your pearls.
Yeah. Nigga, not the ARs. Not the ARs. No, hey, look, this is what I'm saying. This is completely off topic, but like if they was to get a guy in there and they sign a bill to AR buyback, it all depends on how much money. You know what I'm saying? If they're like $100, I'm like, nigga, nope, keeping them. And now y'all just won't know unless something big happens.
So what you gonna call it? Like, I saw how much you paid.
I sold those things. You know, you don't gotta show no receipt. I sold them in Ohio years ago. Don't even worry about it. The only way they're gonna find out is run in here.
Like I put a holographic scope on there.
Yeah, they cost $300.
Handguard.
Yeah.
$100?
You out your mind.
Custom trigger. $100.
I'm kidding. So, wait, let me see. So let's jump back. Because your mom said so. She said voting is very important. It's our civil rights. If we do not vote, we'll continue to have a Republican in the House. I want to agree with you, but when you lose a popular vote and still become president, like, what's the point?
And then, no shade, Republican, Democrat, independent, communist, or social communist, as Bernie would like to call himself, Democratic socialist, whatever he like to call himself. I don't really care what political party you affiliated with because all y'all trash. All of them trash.
I agree.
And so I'm an advocate of just throw away the parties and let me vote for the best man, best man or woman, or trans, whatever you want to be. Let me vote for the best person with the best policies that is going to affect the masses in a great way.
I agree.
I don't care about blue, red, purple, yellow, orange.
And I
wish we could vote on that. I wish we could vote on just barring
parties.
Parties.
I agree with that too.
Because I'll be there tomorrow morning, be calling up work. Like I got to place my vote.
Let me see. So Erica said she was student loans too, and then she said, "What about reparations?"
That's been an ongoing topic as of late. I've heard a lot of famous people talking about. Somebody just did an interview talking about reparations.
See, like my thing, I'm not saying it wouldn't be nice. My thing about stuff like that, stuff that's so
grandiose almost.
Yeah, like everybody that's on, like when you get somebody like just too extreme, you know what I'm saying? And as much as I would like reparations, you know what I'm saying? I just did my DNA stuff not too long ago, and I was be getting some bucks. I'm just saying. But when you too far on the strings, like I vote, like last election, I voted for Bernie Sanders as a write-in because clearly Hillary was the person. Like, but you on one extreme, like free college for everybody, that's too extreme. You'll never achieve that, right? Like then you get somebody that's like reparations for every Black American. Like as much as I would like it, it's too extreme. Like you'll never get that passed.
Yeah, you see what happened on
Dave Chappelle
show.
So like
truck driver. I ain't no truck driver. Nigga, I just bought this truck cash. Nigga, you bought a cigarette truck.
That's so
great.
Ice cream truck or whatever. And look, I feel like reparations maybe not 40 acres and a mule type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But if you could give me like
now,
3 months free rent or something like that,
you know what?
6 months free rent, like that's reparations.
Give me the land though.
Oh, give me 1 acre. Give me 1 acre.
I don't know. I mean, it'd be like in Montana though.
You think I want to go to Montana? Yeezy went to Montana.
Yeah, but the best land in the South. The best land is in the South.
Listen, I'll take it, and I feel like our people are due for something. Whether it's a $5,000 check, $10,000. Here's the thing: if the wealth of the world is held within the 1%, y'all niggas got it.
Mm-hmm.
Spread that shit. There should be no poverty, no hunger.
How much food we throw away in this country?
Just in this country.
You go to other countries, it's poor.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we ain't the only country because we just like baby England, right?
Yeah.
So we sister companies. So you got all them little Great Britain, European countries that do the same foul shit we do.
I just know, like, I was watching something. This was a couple years ago. This talking about how much grain they just throw into the ocean, like, but it's biodegradable, so it breaks down. So for y'all just worry about that, don't worry about that. But just so much grain and wheat, we just dumping. Like, we have nothing to do with it. Like, it's too much.
Like with restaurants who like throw away food and they won't give it away. Like they won't take pans to the homeless. They just throw away in a dumpster. So you got rich people who dumpster dive because they know you can actually get good quality food. It ain't old food, it ain't stale. It's just, and they throwing it away.
So Erica said $100 a month. Now there's a guy.
That's 1,000, boo. That's 1,000. That ain't
$100,000 a month.
Get that number right, child.
What's his name? Andrew Yang or something. I think his last name is Yang. I'm not sure of his first name. That's one of his things. Is every person in America would get $1,000 a month. Like whoever. Like, that's your government.
So what if you own Social Security? Do you negate that?
I don't know. I
need that just for being black.
Yeah, it's too early for all this things, and it was like $1,000 a month for reparations, which I think was Eric was talking about.
I need that just for being black because we die from diabetes just from being black.
I agree.
White folks don't get diabetes.
All that stuff.
Sickle cell, but I mean, white folks something, but for the most part, them are diseases to our culture.
I agree. I agree.
So let me hold that 1,000.
Let me keep that and get this. I'm with you on that. I just know that that's his thing, and he's actually doing it for like 3 people or something. Like people that ask him about it, he's giving them $1,000 of his own money, and this thing ain't won a poll ever. Like he's never.
How I get in on it?
I don't know.
Am I black enough?
I don't know what it is. I don't know. I know he's an Asian guy, something Yang. I know his last name, and he's talking like Barack Obama, which is funny.
He got the same voice or slow?
The pauses and the slow. But that's his thing. Is $1,000 a month. Look him up, Erica. Like you might have found your candidate. She said, "Yep, he wants to give it to everybody." Yeah, so you might already know about him, and so that's on top of your paycheck. So I don't think nothing would change. You get an additional government stipend of $1,000 a month.
I'll take that. Listen, I'm gonna tell you. Listen, I wasn't no big George Bush fan, but when that nigga sent me that $300 check, remember that month, like it's on his last year. Everybody got a check. Like it was like some.
Hey, how old are you, man? I was still a minor.
Huh? This was after the 9/11.
I didn't get it.
After 9/11?
Like a year after removed after 9/11.
A year after removed, that was
2002. How old were you?
I was when did he leave
house?
House?
About 40.
He left. He left in 2007 when Brock came in.
Okay, so I had graduated. So this must be either 05 or 06.
I was a freshman.
And what?
Oh,
in high school?
05, 06, this happened?
I was a sophomore in high school.
Damn, you niggas young.
Oh no, yeah, I was at 05. I was my senior year. I graduated 06.
I'm about to say you're not that much younger than me, bro.
I was sophomore.
Oh,
anyway,
that's so cute.
Ayla said she remember the check. What?
I'm telling you, if you worked and filed your taxes, you got a check from the government. It wasn't during the same month. I don't think it was like January, February, but you definitely got a check that year. It was like some governmental economic boost type thing. They wanted us to spend because we had, the country has stopped spending after 9/11.
Yes.
And they wanted us to put money back into the economy. So they gave us
no taxes now. No tax money now.
What?
On the tax side, I didn't get nothing.
You didn't?
Nothing.
No, you don't.
I'm sorry. Did you have a job at that time? Like full time? Well, not full time, but were you working?
Erica said she remembered too. Yeah, I don't.
This was real.
I was a
school.
minor,
so you and your mom and daddy.
Me and my mom gotta have some conversations. We gotta have some conversations.
You don't deserve that. You wasn't working.
I don't know about. I don't know.
You see something?
And she went shopping. So Erica said Trump might not win. People, what might not win? People didn't get their taxes.
People still ain't got their taxes.
No, I'm talking about.
I ain't got mine.
I ain't
got my taxes.
You still ain't got your taxes.
Still ain't got my return.
Dang.
I ain't got no money.
Yeah.
No.
I owed, but I owed, and I have never owed, which I was like infuriated.
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
Let me wait. I tell people about this
well, I was
tax
about
rate.
to say a bad word. I ain't gonna say it.
I tell people about this tax rate that Trump signed into law when he got in there. Like you got 4 years with 3 different tax rates. You know what I'm saying? So the first year you come down. So let's say the average person is paying 6%. Your first year you pay like 3.3 or something like that. Let's say 3.5. Your first year, so you seeing more of your paycheck every time. You getting more of your paycheck. The second year was like 5.3. So you still you seeing less, but you still seeing more than when Brock was in office. This year you should be seeing even less because it's actually gonna go above 6%. And the next year it'll be above that, so it'll be like 6.8 or something like that. So everybody was all joyous at first, like not knowing or not realizing that nigga over the next 3 years, that tax rate is gonna go up and you're gonna end up paying more, and rich niggas gonna end up paying less. That's.
Can you imagine my surprise when I filed my taxes and was like, I owe you niggas?
Mm-hmm.
I owe you.
Yeah.
The irony of me owing you anything.
Erica, you ain't get no money back in there? I just ain't
recession. That makes sense.
The recession check?
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Erica hit the nail on the head.
The recession check. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I bought the GV album on the recession, so I hope that's enough.
Oh shit.
Tired, man.
No,
the knees old. I told you we get old, man.
It's a back to the chair. I even put a chair with a back on it.
No, my whatever this shit is. Somebody flipped me.
Tailbone?
I don't know what that means.
7 years ago, somebody flipped me.
Nigga, stop trying to do you don't want these issues, nigga.
I'm not gonna say no names.
You got these gloves.
Y'all better stop with that N word using this company.
Somebody.
With
this company?
Mixed company.
Oh.
With the N word used. Or y'all ain't gonna get no charity donations.
Whoa. All right, let's get off of here. He's speaking reckless now.
Yeah.
Hey man.
I'm trying to be
what?
Positive. Yeah, let's be positive. Like
so anyway.
Niggas.
Niggas, the word N-E-G-U-S. Niggas. You know, kings and queens. Shit.
Oh yeah, we are Pan-Africanism.
That's funny.
Kings and queens.
That's funny.
We royalty, y'all.
I'm with it. I'm definitely with it. All right, man. So we're gonna wrap it up. We end up hitting the 2-hour mark. Just about, I think. We're actually over. So that's cool. I appreciate y'all checking in with us. Erica said Amazon. I don't know what that means. Are you from the Amazon?
You from the Amazon?
No, that's what Erica said. Amazon. Were you trying to say amazing? What's that?
Some people. I don't know.
$10,000 return?
Wait a minute. This year?
You're talking about Amazon.
Not paying taxes.
Oh, nor did Walmart.
Yeah. They no taxes.
Andrew,
what you talking about?
Not even talking about that.
Who got a $10,000 return?
They got 7 kids at least.
You remember what your dad said about using the N-word?
What did he say?
I don't know. Your mom said that. I remember what he said.
I don't remember what he said.
Hey, he did tell. Hey, I can't even say I don't know because he did say he sent me a message like, you know, that word is to be used.
Amnesia. Cue that.
Yeah, I did.
Amnesia. Because he don't remember this guy.
That's What your dad said about?
He don't remember. I forget a lot of stuff my mama say, especially stuff that I probably need to be doing. I'm like, damn, I forgot, Mom.
Angel, before we wrap up real quick, who got a $10,000 return? I know kids, like people with kids, is getting like $300 per kid, up to 3 kids or something.
300.
That's crazy.
Or 3,000 per kid.
My one dude I work with, boy, that boy cleaned up. He done went to the Nike outlet. He got like 4 pairs of Nike. I was like, and the compressions, you know, Nike compressions be like $50 for men. I'm like, oh, you got a lot of money back on. I couldn't get a burger with my shit because I owed.
I can't even get just give me a return, like whatever it is. Even if it's nothing, like just give it.
Even if mine was net, like 0, I'd have been like, all right, that's cool. But like, I owe you?
Yeah.
I'm sick.
Andrew said the highest return she heard of this year was $7,900.
crazy.
$8,000. Who are these people?
And I need their address because
How
they
many
owe
kids
me.
they got? And
some of my money got deferred to them.
right,
And they owe me a couple dollars.
Are they friends or foes?
Oh, they owe me a nickel at least.
If they not a part of the crew, then you pay them.
Then I think like maybe I need to have some kids.
Yeah, hey, I've been saying that all year, like $3,000 per kid.
I probably need to have me some kids within the next
But
year.
then for the rest of the time, you're gonna be like, hell no, I shouldn't have had no kids.
We'll figure it out. Hold on, we'll have to figure it out. I don't have any kids, but I got a decent return. Angel, let's hang out. Let's hang out a little bit more. Let's hang out a little bit more.
Shoot me your shot.
Got to. All right, man, let's get out of here. Hey, shout out to CJ that just joined us. Welcome back to society. My dog. You know what I'm saying? CJ was down, did a little time, came out getting his life together. Shout out to CJ.
Shout out to CJ. You're all about getting your life right.
Man. Hit me up in a minute, man, because we're about to get off of here. Thanks for joining us, though. I was told that I say, you know what I'm saying, I repeat stuff when we start to wrap up.
You do, because you don't want to get off.
No, I don't think, I'll be trying to cover everything. I'll be trying to make sure we plug.
So you be on the phone like, I love you, babe. I love you, babe. I love you too, babe. I love you, babe. Good night, babe. Good night, babe.
No, it's definitely
let's hang up.
Like right now, bowling for Bookbags. Thank the guests.
We'll do it then.
Salute. You're gonna say
salute to the city. And I do it,
and
then
I'm
I
gonna
just
say
do
on
it.
your own. That's it.
But you don't never do it though. You always, I'll always be the one plugging shit. Like you usually sitting there saying like, all right, remember?
Because I'll be waiting for you to get done.
Well, you started then.
With your jaw jacket.
Started then.
August 10th, 6 to 9.
And don't miss nothing. Don't miss nothing.
Bookbag for Bowling charity event. Look through our Facebook page because that's what you're watching it through right now. You can find more. Definitely find the link. Look at our commercials. We got three of them going right now. The link is in each and every one of them. So please click to purchase your tickets. It's simple. I know y'all purchased tickets before. I know y'all bought stuff online. It's not that hard. You pick your item and you go to the checkout, put your card in. It's easy. And
it's for a good cause.
It's for a good cause. Thank our special guest. I was about to say another B name, B Dot, for coming through. It was a what's the word? Random.
Very random.
Random.
I kind of bogart and kick the door down myself.
But usually how the show work, just kind of jump from top to top.
Hey, but it's different. It's good to have a different point of view because we talking. Oops. Once again.
Reckless.
I can't shake that word, but
oh, it's in my DNA, so.
I don't even know what other word to substitute it with.
Don't repeat yourself. Keep
bro. I say bro a lot. I say bro a lot.
I don't like that because too many niggas say that. Ooh.
I hate bro.
So many people say that.
I hate the BRU8, the bruh.
I can't say bruh.
I hate it.
Bruh suspect. If you say bruh, I'm like, you the feds. For sure, you the feds.
Yeah, so make sure to check out our event. Thanks for our special guest, B-Dot, for coming through.
Appreciate y'all.
Remember to own your own.
No, plug, shit.
Thank you for raising the canes, for the support, for the basket.
Yeah, nigga, plug it.
Thank you, thank you, Mitchell's, for the support.
Who
thank
else?
you, AMC Theaters, for the support. They got the best comfortable movie theaters. We got the best ice cream. We got the best chicken fingers in the city.
Facts. And that sauce. Don't forget that dipping sauce.
Resin cane sauce.
The sauce is cool. Oh, but the toast too, the Texas toast.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So yeah,
follow us on Instagram, ePIFFany.media. Check out the website, ePIFFanymedia.com. You're already on the Facebook page. Go to the event and buy your tickets now. And remember to own your own, because it's very important to own your own. And as I show my birthday present, the camera too far away to see, but this says "Salute to the City."
Where you get that from? I need.
Oh, that's pretty true.
You know what I'm saying? With the logo. So
I'm jealous.
That
wallet big too. We need to go to Chick-fil-A on your wallet.
I'm jealous.
That ain't nothing.
Taco.
I'm jealous.
Hey, we'll holler at y'all next week. Be easy and be on the lookout for all the shit that we got coming plugs.
Yeah, it's own wallet. It's
Jealous, yeah.
I'm gonna have to see you.
It's big too. That's